And Villainy. We have a couple new players coming in today. We have Soren and Caleb who will be joining us here. Let me do quick changes here because otherwise they're going to come up really weird. Okay. Change Veruca's name up, and then change nickname. Thank you, Jarvis. And now we have names and at least Discord icons for everybody who's showing up today. All right, so where we last left off, Deebo and Ryzen had taken a bounty job.
Yep.
Yeah.
Against my will.
I'm so glad that you guys decided to take a bounty job, considering, you know, it's not exactly something that the Jedi Council probably be real interested in seeing people take up here.
Yeah, they're a bunch of traitors. Who cares?
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, trying to overthrow the Galactic Republic and all that nonsense. Can't imagine why anybody would trust him anyway. I mean, they did just threaten you earlier. You know, well, you're gonna be blamed with us anyway, so.
Yeah, you know, we'll tell everybody you're in with us. It's fine.
Alright, that's done. Now that's all updated. Yes. Yes. Okay, good, good, good. That's the one thing I don't care for about Twitch is that I have to go in every time and finish typing everything back out. Come on. Anyway, all right, so you guys had ended yourselves on Nalhutta.
Yep. Drank myself into a little bit of debt.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay, that's not what I wanted. Why are you doing this? Don't do this to me. There we go. I'll change that later. Anyway, all right. So to get us started here, Jarvis has just recently come in. You want to give us a brief description, a little bit of background for Jarvis there, Soren?
Yeah. So Jarvis Penn is this well-to-do looking human, sort of lightly tousled brown hair, blue eyes, very fair skin. He is from look at me forgetting my characters from Naba, which is a jungle planet out in Hut space. And he is down on his luck, for lack of a better term.
But he looks exquisite.
I mean, listen, you have, if you pretend hard enough, it's not real, right?
Exactly. Okay, and we also have one additional player. We have Caleb here playing Vruka Tival.
That's right. Female Zeno character, although I look human, but I do have enlarged eyes. My character has feathered brown hair, and she, like I said, she looks human, but you can tell that she looks slightly different than the rest of them, but no one really knows what she is. Although personally, she is Keshian,
Which we
and
desperately tried to capture all of that on stream, and OBS was just not being cooperative. Anyway, so you have Alita Battle Angel eyes.
essentially, yeah.
All right. Do you want us to go over our characters?
Yeah, sure. That way everybody knows. Well, I mean everybody, but Nate will know what everybody else looks like, and then everybody will know everything but Nate, since he is currently stuck.
Deebo is he's about 5'10", green Twi'lek, slender build. Always seems like he's got some sort of grease stain on him somewhere. Very blue collar kind of person.
Do you want to give a little bit of background for Debo and then for Ruka?
Oh yeah, basically grew up in scrap yards. Basically a family business. Sorry, one sec. Grew up in scrap yards, working on ships, repairs and stuff like that, and out in the hut space. And eventually abandoned his family. So he abandoned his family to go to the core worlds. Make real money. And ended up working for the Jedi, which became traitors to the Republic.
Well, technically, you began working with the Republic.
Yeah, well, and they sent me on some missions with Jedi just at the wrong time. So, great, cool.
And that's where all of our story started, with two Jedi sitting on a planet for a week.
Hi guys, I'm back.
Hey.
Okay, Vruka, you want to give us a little bit of backstory to your character as well?
Sure. She doesn't really know where she was from because she was sold off to the Black Suns from her family to as a part of the debt. But she was sold off because she showed that unique ability of being able to see into UV and infrared. But she was usually used as a means of helping thieves getting into more secure areas because of that ability. So she gained her credibility and her position through being useful, and eventually showed an aptitude for piloting land speeders and other shuttles, and then was trained by the smugglers and pilots who were still alive, basically, on how to essentially be a pilot and how to pilot these bigger ships. And she showed an aptitude for that and started to gain notoriety as a smuggler that's able to get in and out without anyone really seeing her or knowing where she came from. And so she got enough credibility and enough cred to get her own ship and her own crew. And now she's one of the more elite pilots in the Black Suns. There's a lot more in the character bio and info that I put up yesterday, but she essentially became one of the elite smuggling pilots, or the pilots that would help smugglers to get stuff in and out, like more precious cargo. So that's where she's at right now, and she's basically trying to look for enough cred that she can get out of the guild, or not guild, but get out of the syndicate essentially, and get her own life
Okay.
away from all the craziness and the traitorous Jedi and the Galactic Empire, Republic, or whatever they're deciding to call themselves this week.
So are you human, Caleb?
He appears human, except he has Alita battle angel eyes.
Okay.
So, Ryzen, you want to give us a quick breakdown of your character's appearance and a little bit of background, so everyone knows. Since I mean, everyone had the option to listen.
Think of a younger Poe Davenport, kind of with a casual pilot look going on. So the normal Jedi robes, he's pretty much dressed up like a casual kind of like pilot. Got the bomber jacket, the pants, the boots, the fingerless leather gloves, blaster at his side, and lightsaber hanging off his belt. He appears to be about between 18 and 20. Jedi, Mandalorian, pretty much out here escaping the.
So you really stick out like a sore thumb then.
Desperately.
Kind of. You can tell I'm a Mandalorian by my race, but
And
when I
have
walk around, I hide my lightsaber in my jacket pocket when I'm actually in public.
well, let's see about that.
But yeah, I don't act like a Jedi. I act more like a soldier more than I do a Jedi.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Sure. We'll go with that. Excuse me.
Isn't the guy we're looking for part of the Black Suns?
Yeah.
Or is he wanted? Yeah.
Well, he's wanted by the Black Suns.
Oh, okay, he's wanted by the Black Suns. Okay.
All right. So we're gonna start out with Ryzen and Deebo after this. By the way, Ryzen got NXP for last game for rolling a desperate action.
Nice.
NXP. All right. So where we left off is that you guys arrived in Nalhutta, and you went and immediately started indulging in devices, trying to relax yourselves after the very uncomfortable situation where you met with that Sith Lord on Mustafar, and while you escaped, it was probably not the most elegant escape.
Why you gotta talk shit, Ryzen? Why you gotta talk shit?
Hey, I didn't talk shit. I pretty much saved our asses back there.
Because you talk shit.
I did not talk shit.
You talk shit. You know?
I will force crush your ass. Leave me alone.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Jedi, quote unquote.
See, can't trust him.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever.
He would have tried to crush their engines if you didn't fuck with him.
Okay,
Nah, he
so
was fucking with me first, so I was like trying to freaking avoid that shit.
mhm.
And then you fuck with him, and then he tries to crush your engines. All right.
He didn't want to
Well,
crush
at least he
everything,
didn't,
just
right?
your
At
hyperdrive.
least he didn't.
You tried.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just our hyperdrive. Sorry, just our hyperdrive. So we just fucking float around and with our normal engines. Take 12 years to get anywhere.
Okay, so you oh no. Oh no.
Have we done vice rolls yet? Like for
Yeah.
stress?
Yeah,
and
we did
whatnot?
that at the end of last session.
Yeah, and
All right.
I definitely indulged.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I'd say so, just a little bit.
That's fine. We got paid. I get to celebrate. Come on.
All right,
Oh,
so
man.
you guys have been on Nalhutta for a little bit now. How did you guys plan to locate your target?
I said there's a couple places they could be. I figured show the picture and ask around.
You're gonna show the picture and ask around?
I figured that'd be the logical thing to do, or just say a name or actually just kind of see if I can't get a name in a location. Well, we know what he looks like, so if we see him, I figured he might be in like some of the local cantinas or whatnot, and start there.
I'm gonna follow Nathan secretly, waiting for him to get shot.
Waiting for me to get shot. I love you too, Rick. Love
Fair
you too.
enough. Okay, so you guys start walking about to some of the cantinas. You take a hollow projection of your target, which you have. Once again,
I am specifically walking in separate from him.
yes.
I'm not like if he walks in, I wait like 2 minutes before I walk in and sit at a different part of the bar or table.
Oh,
Okay.
gee, thanks, man. Thank you.
Look, I don't want to get shot.
So once again, your pickup's name is Gendili Ohm. He is a Rhodian, and apparently the Black Suns want him for some reason, but they're not going into hut space without proper cause. Makes sense. So, Jarvis actually had been given a brief, a slight brief to keep an eye out for anybody looking for somebody. Who, I'm sorry.
Hey.
Oh, okay. You're not talking to me. Okay. Anyway, Jarvis has been given a notice that this Gendili Ohm is a person of increased interest at this point because he is working with the Hutts to do something that they're keeping quiet, and that it hasn't been able to be passed down to you. But I'm going to say more than likely, especially with your interest in exotic and rare items, that you'd be somewhere around this marketplace looking at what you can acquire here. But you will see these two at least pass by you as you haggle over some very, very exquisitely decorated pauldrons to go onto your already incredibly odd set of clothing that you have.
Trying to clock the two that are walking by. Are they making like an obvious deal of being like, "Hey, we're looking for this person. Have you seen them? Do they stick out like
Well,
I'm not
Ryzen
asking.
seems to.
Yeah, it's like I'm not asking anybody about.
You
So Ryzen looks like the Republic officer who walked into a cantina thinking everything would be fine if he was just like, "Hey, you fucking criminals."
Yeah, that's why I'm not associated with that guy.
I'm guessing the Black Suns are well aware of this too.
Well, the Black Suns have sent you out to pick up this high value package. They didn't give you a whole hell of a lot more than a name and a face to go with it, but they said it was enough to essentially cover your ship payments for this entire month.
That would be nice. No tracking fob, I'm guessing.
No tracking fob, no.
Okay.
This is all low
Gotta do it
key
the hard
because
way
they don't
then.
want anybody to know that the Black Suns are actually trying to pull somebody out of hut space.
Gotcha. So that's why they sent me.
Right. But anyway, so Jarvis, you notice you like in passing notice Deebo, because why the hell is a gearhead walking around this area? This is not the area that you find the droids and everything. No, that's a little bit further away. But you do notice, Ryzen sticking out like a sore thumb, trying to find this person.
I will order a drink and go sit down at the end of a bar and just kind of overlook the area, see if he's here, kind of just look around and just kind of enjoy a drink and just relax for a minute.
Sure.
Do I have any Hut Cartel contacts who I think would be able to slyly get a message to our nice friend Gindeli uh, without making too much of a fuss?
Well, since you're not sure exactly where he is, you do have a couple of contacts that you could reach out to. More likely, you'd be able to use Aura, your broker friend, to pass some information along to get to them.
Where there's money to be made, I think I'll take the opportunity to sell that info to Aura.
Very fair, very fair. I'm actually going to go ahead and add a credit to your sheet here, as they happily pay you for this info, considering that it's a high value asset for the Huts right now. So all right, so
Then I will go back to watching what is clearly a gearhead and a cop hanging out, trying not to act suspicious.
I'm not suspicious.
Go
Just want a
away,
drink.
go away. Stay
Yeah.
tuned for a brand new Ally McBeal. Okay, so Bruca, you've made it to Nalhutta. You've landed, they're doing your refuel and everything like that. It is not uncommon for anybody attached to the Black Sun to arrive in Nalhutta, because obviously the Huts will take anybody to do bounty hunting missions and other such things. The only thing is that that you're not here for their bounty hunting missions or anything like that. So they don't really bat an eye at your ship or anything like that.
Okay.
But you know that you have a goal in mind. So where are you starting to look for your target here?
Where any good place does start for a bounty. Go to the local cantina, study the place, and I know the person's face, and I'm sure that I probably know some of his hobbies or his habits because he used to work for us.
Sure.
So I might know a little bit more on where to go from there. But I'm going to start at the local cantina, order a drink, and just study the area, study the people, and see if I can't spot anything suspicious or if there's any sort of strange activity or if I see this face.
Well, give me a fortune roll real quick here. It's below your fast friends there. You start with one bonus die, and if you want, you could probably talk to Meridia to get a better idea on where you should go to find people like that.
Yeah, so how many dice would that be since I'm using my fast friend?
You'll have 2 die. Oh, okay. Yeah, actually, on your sheet, if you wanted to, you could roll fortune on there, just so you know. It's actually just below your fast
Oh,
friends.
okay. Got it.
Just below your add modifier or your add and modify option for that. So anyway, okay, so they tell you that if he is not being truly held captive, you might find him in the yeah,
Ooh,
say it like
nice.
that. I'm keeping your first roll, unfortunately. They tell you that if he's not being held captive, that you would find him over in this specific district because more than likely he's held as a less of a hostage, where they just like throw him into a cell and then bring him out to do whatever he's doing. But yeah,
More of an asset on lockdown.
yeah, if he's on lockdown, he won't be here. But then again, you're gonna have to find out where he would be at that point. And as you walk in to this cantina, you you start scanning around, checking any of the Rhodians in the room and everything, and then you see his face, and then you realize it's kind of bouncing a little bit, and it's a blue hologram. As you notice, Ryzen's character talking to somebody at the bar. It's like, hey, have you seen this guy? He's a friend of ours. He you know, he owes me money, you know.
I face palm.
I mean, you have the exact same holodisc, so you know
Yeah, but
exactly what he looks like.
I'm not asking people left and right. But I know that he's in this district, and I know some of his habits.
For the most part, yes. But you do see competition now.
Yeah.
Jarvis, Aura will end up getting back to you saying that apparently Gindili is working with some of the more advanced electronics that the Hutts are putting together. Apparently, they have decided that they have reason to expand some of their operations on planets such as your home world, where the power vacuum of the removal of the Republic may be weak. If he's going to be anywhere, more than likely he would be working during this time, and the only place that you would find that he would be working would be closer to the center of the main city of Nalhutta, but he would be in one of the more private service tunnels if he's anywhere.
Noted. Jarvis is going to sort of like swallow the lump in the back of his throat because he knows full damn well what the Hutts threatening Naba's independence means. And so there's this part of him that thinks about doing the wrong thing for about 40 minutes. And then he just sort of like violently shakes that off and just goes, "Oh, I gotta help these fucking dipshits." And saunters up to what is clearly a cop.
I'm not a cop.
I'm not. That's exactly what a cop would say.
No, I'll say that again. I'm not a cop.
Exactly what a cop would say.
Listen, you fucking Republic officer, get the fuck out of here before someone kicks your ass for asking too many fucking questions.
Do I see this happening?
Jarvis is making a scene out of it because, one, the other people there who are going to kick this person's ass will be like, "Ah, thank God someone's taking care of this before I have to."
Mm-hmm.
And two, it will make what he's planning to do next seem a lot less obvious.
Fair enough.
All right, so
So,
someone's in my face cussing at me. Oh, fun times.
not only that, they're very well dressed, especially for being in now Hutta originally. He carries the look and regal of somebody who has noble background. So that is the person who has gotten into your face, into your personal space, and is starting to make a scene in front of you.
Ah,
Vruka, you also notice this very well-dressed gentleman that has started to make a scene in front of our not so subtle bounty hunter.
That seems strange to me. Can I study this person that's making the scene? Like, does he look familiar to me?
Familiar? Absolutely not. But you know the kind of type. Probably overconfident, not afraid to stand up in the face of somebody else. But you know that, he probably knows where he's picking his battles because he's not, getting in the face of a Gamorrean, because they just
Yeah.
chop him in two.
a Gamorrean.
Gamorrean, thank you.
Yeah, true. It's still strange that he just is coming up and making this scene.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
I'll
this drink is really good.
I'll hold back and follow them from behind.
Okay.
All right. Oh, I grab my drink. I kind of shoot it down and swallow. Look back at him like, look, don't know who the hell you are. I ain't no damn Republic lapdog. I'm here trying to find someone so I can ask them some questions.
So Jarvis immediately picks up the fact that he says Republic, as we are now a Galactic Empire.
Yeah.
You need to get out of here. Because if I don't make this scene now, someone else will make one, and I guarantee you they will pull blasters first and ask questions later.
Fair enough. Someplace you and I can go chat real quick. As I just kind of whisper that and kind of like in your ear.
Yeah. Keep an eye out for anybody following. This isn't exactly the most hospitable place.
Well, fair enough. So I
And I am going to make a big scene of like shaking his shoulders and sort of pushing him out the door.
Okay.
go with it.
Deebo, you see your traveling partner getting mildly assaulted by this very
Fuck.
well dressed man.
Ah, damn it. Sure, I'll let him go outside and then wait, I don't know, 15 seconds and then make my way outside.
Okay. Ruka also notices this. This well-dressed man is now pushing this pilot, you would assume? It's kind of pilot casuals on out the
Or at least
door.
he's trying to make himself look like a pilot.
Well, yeah, he I mean, he's got like the your pilot casuals, your typical spice runner kind of thing where you're not worried
Right.
about bandits. So,
All right. Did I get any other information from Meridia on the target from that 6?
you know that he specializes in um, electronics, primarily security, but he has been known to dabble with cybernetics as well. So,
Okay.
which is probably
much-
why the Hutts want him for something, but what is still unknown.
And I don't have any information on like a possible location where he's being held or where he might be. Just
As
a general district.
you know that you're in somewhere of the right area, you're on the right you're in the right system, you're on the right world. But once again, if he was being set free and everything, you would have him somewhere around this area.
All right. I'll have to follow those two because I probably won't be able to get him out by myself.
Very true. All right, so
I'll wait a few seconds and then follow behind those two loudmouths.
all right. So Jarvis, you seem to have caught on to the idea of this. Do me a favor and roll me a. Go ahead and roll me a skulk roll.
Okay.
You can just click on skulk to access it. You're in a controlled situation, so your position is controlled. The effect will be standard. Because you were kind of looking out over your shoulder at this point to see who else is leaving as you shove him out the door and everything, and kind of keeping an eye on you.
It is a controlled position. Got it.
Yep. And your effect will be standard. Oh.
What?
Ha ha.
Oh man.
Well,
Ouch.
you guys are walking out, and you take a couple glances back real quick, but you don't notice anybody that's seeming to be following you, except for that guy. Oh wait, no, he's behind a stall in the market. Never mind. But that is a really, really, really nice necklace that he has. Oof. Nope, gotta keep focused. Gotta keep focused. So. So you don't appear to be followed. Ryzen, are you doing anything as far as that goes? You're making sure the Deebo follows you?
Yeah, I'm gonna give him Deebo a sign to like, hey, come on, it's all good.
Don't
Kind of like not looking at him, kind of like nodding my head to
yeah,
come
don't
on.
signal me. Don't point me out.
Okay. Vruka,
Mhm.
why don't you give me a study real quick? This will also be a controlled standard effect. To notice this like subtle, head nod that Ryzen gives towards Deebo as he obviously just stared at him and gave him the go come along look.
That's one additional bonus dice, right?
It's no
Since
additional
they've got the
bonus
dot
dice.
on it.
Yeah, it's just one. When you click on your study, it'll automatically pull it up and it'll tell you position Okay, yeah. Okay,
Well, not great.
so you see him like tilt his neck slightly and then begin following this guy. And you don't really notice anything out of the ordinary at this point. So as you wait, you and another individual decide that that's a little too much attention in that bar. Perhaps you should probably trail behind to follow.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and I'm following behind them at a fair distance, so it's not obvious.
Okay. I'm guessing Deebo is doing the same.
Yeah, yeah. I'm following at a distance, and I mean, I do also want to check and see if anyone's following me.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, here's the fun part. Now we get to roll a skulk roll for you because now you're
I don't
trying to
have
be. I know you don't, which means you get to roll 2 dice and take the lowest.
Sweet disadvantage.
I don't have it either.
Controlled or risky?
Because you're not in any actual risk of danger, you're in a controlled setting, so, and your effect will be standard.
Negative.
Can I get a roll too, Mike?
I get bonus. Would bonus dice be 1 or 2? Because I don't have any dice.
No, it'll be 0, no bonus dice.
Oh, you said roll 2 and then get 1.
It will roll 2
automatic.
automatically.
He'll do it automatically.
Oh, okay. Boom. Oof.
Yeah.
I'm real
Oh,
stealthy.
We are just the textbook of competency.
I'm super stealthy. At
At
least I
all
think
right.
so.
And well, this is wonderful because at this point, Ryzen, you would not be skulking away. You're just trying to keep an eye on it. So once again, you are going to roll you two are going to roll a skulk to see if anyone's following you by doing this subtly.
I'm not doing this shit. All right. So what's the position?
Your position again is going to be controlled and standard effect.
Feel really dead inside if he rolls a 5 and a 6.
Boom.
Fuck off.
Mm.
You know what?
Beautiful.
Fuck you.
Okay, so as you're walking, you're doing that like head tilt thing to kind of keep your eyes out for anybody who might be following you, and you see Deebo there, and then like just off to the side, a little bit behind him, you notice somebody else that seems to be kind of looking your direction, and right at the point where you have seen them, you feel yourself hit something with your waist as you get a very angry a very angry yell in a language that you're not terribly familiar with. As Jarvis, you hear this you hear this this shop owner yelling at him for running into his unique item stand, which is all knickknacks of overpriced usefulness. You know, nothing of any form or fashion can be actually used. It just looks really pretty, as apparently Ryzen has run straight into this and has shaken them all up and out of their position. As you understand Hatiz, obviously.
Yeah. This is an interesting position. I'm going to look at them and simply say, look, no harm was done to any of your merchandise. This person is, and I'm going to like make the big conspiratorial scene, a bit of an idiot. Like just mental deficiencies. I'm really sorry about this. And my goal is just to smooth things over to prevent any further of a scene.
Okay. All right. So you you say all this, and the alien looks at Ryzen, and as he shouts at Ryzen and points his finger, Jarvis, you hear him go, "Well, then keep your pet on a leash."
He tries really hard not to crack a smile at that one.
I don't even know what he's saying, so I'm just like, okay.
He starts to shuffle Ryzen away, putting a bit more of a grip on his shoulder and being like, "Oh, that could have gotten that could have gotten ugly."
And I kind of like turn my head around like there's another person following us.
Oh, word? Okay. So this is gonna sound a little extreme. Do you have like a way you blink at the dipshit that follows you that like tells him, "Hey, don't freak out"?
Ouch.
Um,
I mean, you are getting looped in with a guy who just walked into a bar and was like, "Hey, have you guys seen this guy? He owes me money."
how far to the front door are we?
You're outside in the
Mike.
marketplace at this point.
Oh, we're outside.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, lots of people.
Yeah,
Lots of people. All right. I'll wait for Deebo to come out.
Oh yeah, he's already
And-
out. He's a little bit behind you, leaving
All
some
right.
distance.
I just kind of like, I just kind of look at him, just kind of like take my finger above my eyebrow and just kind of like, come on, let's go, kind of deal, and we just continue walking.
All right.
Well, obviously something's happened that I don't understand, so I guess I'll.
So
I can't tell you don't freak out or whatever. I don't have like a comm link to you.
Why
My understanding is everything is okay, so I approach.
so Jarvis is going to bring the pair around a corner
Mm-hmm.
that he knows leads to a dead end.
No,
The
this is
frequenter of this world.
that's-
And is going to unholster his blaster pistol and just wait for the person that's following them.
Okay. Vruka,
I get a stealth roll to stay from behind the corner, so I could just listen in.
okay, yeah, you could definitely roll a skulk for that one.
The risky.
Yes, it will be risky, but it will be standard effect.
Hey, can I get a
Can you get a what?
shit? Damn thing. Hey, a tune roll to see if I can't sense anybody coming.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So position.
Your position is technically risky at this point, but it will be standard
Okay.
effect.
Standard.
Yeah.
Any bonus dice?
From what?
Okay, just 0 bonus dice. All right.
Okay. So, you start to feel out as you turn down this alleyway, and Jarvis, you notice this as well as Deebo, as he kind of like closes his eyes and kind of raises his hand up a little bit, trying to. It looks like he's trying to focus on something, and
You gotta take a shit.
and as you reach out, you feel the entirety of the marketplace, and then you start trying to focus in, and right about the time that you focus in, that there's somebody just on the other side of this wall that seems to be walking a little bit too close to where you guys are. Vruka, you catch this like piece of debris that is just set perfectly for you to fall over as you now land like on your hands in front of these three individuals in this alleyway.
Ah, there you are.
I take kind of like a scrapping pose, like I want to fight, huh?
Oh, this
I
is awkward.
I got nothing else.
Yeah,
As I just open up my eyes. Ah, there you are.
yeah, it is just a tiny smidge awkward. So, listen, I'm not normally someone to be an asshole about these sorts of things, but could you please explain why exactly you were following what I can only assume is a cop and possibly his shuttle pilot?
I'll take it. Sure.
Shuttle pilot. From the looks of him, I would have expected Grease Monkey.
More accurate, I guess. I don't know if that's an insult or a compliment, but sure.
Take it as you wish.
I will.
I'm a pilot, not a cop. As I look at
You're the pilot.
Jarvis, not a cop.
What the
You
I'm sure. As
could have
I
fooled
pull
me.
up my hologram, and I kind of show you. I'm sure you guys probably got one of these too, right? From
Without
let's
getting
say
too
somewhere.
without getting too much into it, I'm looking for a certain someone, and it appears that the rest of you are as well. Without going into any further detail, certain people that I work for want him. So I'm going to take him.
Is it the Black Suns?
Wow, you two are the worst at this. How long
I-
have you been doing this? Like a week?
Actually, one day. So
It's called tact. Try looking it
my-
up sometime.
Oh my god.
I'd say
Oh
for
my-
one day we're pretty good. We're
You
pretty
literal babies. Alright.
good. Ouch.
Considering we just pretty much escaped a bad Jedi from Mustafar, almost escaped with our lives with the delivery we just made there, and now we're coming this way, and it's just like, yeah, it's been up.
Wait, you mean those deranged cultists that got exterminated?
The ones that tried to overthrow the Republic,
Yep, that's the
I think they're
ones.
calling themselves the Empire now.
or
Yep.
whatever.
Yeah, this one was a bad juju one.
Aren't you all bad, Juju?
I mean, technically, yeah, you're all bad juju now as being traitors and all that. So
Burning a willpower, Mike.
my frenzy check.
This is what you
Wait.
get for being surrounded by people whose only experience of the Jedi is those weird cultists who kidnap children.
No, they're diplomats. I went on missions. I know they're diplomats. They also have weird magic and like to meditate a lot and overthrow governments.
Okay. So, yes. Let me ask for everybody to give me a study roll.
Study.
Yes.
I got that. Hey.
Risky or controlled?
It will be controlled right now because you're not in current danger, so
Standard.
Standard effect.
yeah, standard effect.
Shit, not too good all around.
The trend continues of rolling ones.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, Vruka, you do notice that you may have somebody that is actually looking at your group amongst the amongst the marketplace from just down the alley there. Not noticeable enough to really have caught too much of attention, but enough that when you looked up, they looked down.
I start making my way towards them.
Okay.
Well, hey, where are you going? This hasn't cleared anything up.
Think they're about to go rob that person for bracelet. Like that's the most. I mean, it's what I'd rob them for.
Thought bounty hunters had a higher standard.
Unless you noticed something and go and check it out.
You
Or
know,
she.
Well, that too. But I definitely rob them for that bracelet. Like that's currently on my mind.
So do I find this person, or
Oh,
does
yeah. Oh yeah, I mean
Okay.
they
Do I
they didn't
recognize
move.
them?
No, but they are not anybody of any station that you would know, as far as bounty hunters or any form of Black Sun
Guys, give me a
affiliation.
minute. I'll be right back. All right.
Yep.
Bathroom break.
But yeah, they don't seem to have any station that you're familiar with. It is a Trandoshan though, so.
A Trandoshan, okay.
oh god, oh god.
Hmm.
I stay over here. I'm in the alley.
All right, I make my way back to the group.
Okay.
Trandoshan over there is watching us. We need to move now.
I might know of a place to talk. Just keep your heads down and don't stab me in the back if at all possible.
Back at you.
No worries. I don't carry knives.
Were we supposed to bring a weapon to this?
I keep forgetting you've only been doing this for a day.
Look, this ain't my circus. All right, this is his circus. I'm just an attendee.
All right. Jarvis is going to attempt to lead them to some form of discreet, abandoned space where obviously only legitimate, completely wholesome business transactions occur at.
Oh yeah, of course.
Clearly.
So you know of a place. It's set up in one of the lower end districts that has been known to house the more illicit dealings. Now I am gonna have you roll a skulk roll to see if you guys can lose
Oh,
your
God.
tail.
Can we
All
take
of
that?
us.
It's like, can one of us roll the
Yes.
best one?
Yes. I'm gonna go ahead and have Jarvis roll because he's the only one with skulk. And now we're gonna discuss bonus dice here real quick because this might be something that you want to do. Because nobody else has any skulk, they can't really assist you. The best you could do would be like maybe talk to Ryzen and have him feel out, but then again, you don't know what he was doing standing in the alleyway. You do have the option to either A, push yourself, which you can use to either improve your effect or give you an additional bonus die. It does cause you stress, however, so keep that in mind. You can also choose to accept a devil's bargain, which means me and you work out a deal where you can get bonus dice, but at a price. So just remember back to the mage game with dealing with fairies.
Yeah.
You also have the option to spend a gambit, which currently there is one in the. Oh wait, is there more than one? Hold on, let me double check here because I haven't.
I know I generate at least one.
We need to have. Nope, we didn't. We did not generate any additional ones, but you would be able to use yours. And I do need to pull up. Well, I can't pull up the ship yet. Anyway, but you do have one that you innately have, and then they also have one of their own. So you actually have two available to you.
I am going to spend a Gambit.
Okay. So now when you roll Skulk, and you're doing your position, which is risky, and your effect, which is standard, you will add one bonus die to the to your roll, which you can choose from your drop down menu.
All right, lads, let's do this.
Can't roll
Double,
low again. Impossible.
double ones incoming.
God, don't say that.
My first good roll this whole session. Let's go.
So you make your way through, and after a few extra turns and a couple of shortcuts, you don't notice anybody following you at this point, and you make your way into your little hideaway den that you know of. And with that, you guys get in and close the door, and there is literally a small table here with just like a swinging exposed LED light that seems to like brighten the table, but everything else seems incredibly dark for some reason. This is your atypical gangster movie kind of feel to it. It's bright light on table and chairs, darkness all the way around after that.
Alright, I'm back.
Okay.
Perfect timing.
We successfully snuck. Yeah.
So Jarvis is going to take a seat at the table towards the door, where he's got view towards the door, and is going to keep a hand on his blaster because he knows as well as anybody else that if someone really wants to interrupt this meeting, they will.
Mm-hmm.
They serve food here?
No, I'm pretty sure. Looks down at the table. I'm pretty sure that's a blood stain from the last time they beat a guy at this table.
How about beer? Or any, what do they serve to drink?
You're not going to get anything here.
What the fuck?
This is a place where like seedy criminals do even seedier things.
Yeah, there's nobody else in this entire area. In fact, it was hard pressed just to find somebody else out on the streets in front of this area.
If you get murdered out here, no one will discover the body for at least a day.
All right. Well, first question: are you going to murder us?
No, I figure that's probably a waste of good ammunition.
Ouch. You know, everyone kind of taking a shit on me today. All right. Okay. What do we want to
You
do?
are the person who asked, do I need to bring a weapon to a bounty hunting job?
This is my first bounty hunting job. I don't normally go hunting for people. It's not my idea. I didn't want to come here.
Blame the Jedi.
Yeah, blame the Jedi.
So we're all looking for a very kind friend named Gindeli Ohm, I presume.
Yep.
Maybe, maybe not.
Set the
Okay,
name of the guy.
this is a teachable moment right here. You realize how they said maybe, maybe not? Do more of that.
Fair enough.
Maybe, maybe not.
No.
Depends who we're talking about here. What do you know about him?
I know some people want him badly. I
Some different
see.
people want them badly.
I see an opportunity here for all of us to get something we want.
I think you and I will get along just fine.
Well, you talked me into it. Let's do it.
Son of the bitch.
I happen to want some information that Ohm has, and also happen to want to balance competing powers in the Outer Rim. I'm presuming for the rest of you, this is just a paycheck.
Yep.
Yeah,
Substantial
I'll
one.
do that one.
Chips
Yeah.
are expensive. Parts are expensive.
What's the bounty on him?
Would I know that in character?
You know that they're covering your ship payments for a full month, or a full cycle, which is quite significant as
There's
far
a
as
6
upkeep.
cred bounty on them.
So what he just said was significantly more than what Fruka was getting paid for it. That was like
Wow,
a month
you
and
are
a
getting
half.
screwed. All right, well, split between us.
Did he really say that in character?
Yeah, like he's just like, wow, you are getting screwed by the people employing
Well,
you.
hold on. Did Vruka let them know what they were getting paid, or what
No.
she was getting paid?
No,
Okay,
okay, so-
so yeah, you wouldn't know that part, that Vruka's getting paid less than they were, which was essentially 4 cred for upkeep for their ship versus the 6 cred that Ryzen and Deebo were supposedly supposed to get. But Vruka knows. Anyway, continue.
Split across all of us. It's a pretty good payday. Not the best in the world, but pretty good.
True.
mean,
I
there's a lot of
know quite a few individuals who, in our positions, would, the moment an opportunity comes up to murder the rest of the group and claim the entire bounty for themselves, would.
Are you gonna murder us and take the bounty for yourself?
No. But considering that it is literally day one for 2 of you, I figure this is something you should be aware of.
Look, I'm really more of a support team here. I didn't
I don't
plan
know
on
how you guys got into this, but you should really consider a different career.
This
Listen,
isn't.
spice running is a far more stable form of employment.
Hauling cargo is even better. I mean, hauling parts.
Seems like
Not
it's more your speed.
My speed is in the fucking engine room. I'm all right. I'm not hauling anything. I fix ships. I
Yeah,
don't
he's
know.
more along the lines of a mechanic, a gearhead. We actually took this job to actually get the payday and for some credits and upkeep on our ship. Pretty much,
Well,
we're
so
just
do
taking
all
on
of
this
us.
job just for some money, pretty much.
He was gonna
Oh,
use.
Mike, for the Black Suns, what was the condition on bringing him back? Did I had to bring him back like alive, dead?
Alive.
Unharmed and alive.
Mhm.
Okay,
Like, not bruised up too bad, just enough so we can use his hands and his legs.
well, alive.
Yes, alive and able to manipulate things with his hands.
Right. So no harm to his hands. Got it.
Now, I'm going to put an idea out into the air, and if everyone's on board, I think it would be quite funny.
I was just going to say this is usually where the proposal comes in.
The Hutts would very much like to keep this person. Others would very much like to acquire this person. I happen to find myself in a position with no ship at the moment.
And the two of you, what are your ship's positions right now?
We have a good, stable ship.
Because somebody takes care of
That's all well and good, but can it get through any kind of blockade that we might come through? As the Galactic Empire is out there now, they might be setting up blockades to choke out the holdouts.
But this way, our ship is set up for this kind of thing.
it. Is it?
No, Deebo, you're very aware that
Yeah,
you're,
it's like, yeah, I'm not too great at hiding my confusion at that.
you're very aware that you guys
So I
could
can clearly see that
light
he's bluffing.
yeah, you could probably light space it, but you're not sure on Master Fog's ship handling, and Ryzen has not shown himself to be a excellent pilot yet, but
Right,
he
yeah.
holds out.
It's possible. I mean, as far as ship wise, I know that our ship is not the best, but we got fake papers, and that's what we're basically relying on.
Oh my God.
Well, let me clear this up a little bit here then. I can provide the means of getting us there and back without drawing any attention.
Are you sure about that?
I'm sure.
It's kind of my deal.
So, cards on the table. You'll owe me for this.
I'll
This
owe you.
person, yes, you'll owe me. Cards on the table. End of this job, you'll owe me. Not money, just a favor. Nothing significant, just in the future, if something comes up that you think would interest me, tell me about it. This
Alright.
person is so important to the Hutts that the moment they disappear, every alarm possible is gonna ring out.
Fine.
There are billions in profits to be made if this person is allowed to work.
Fine. I'll owe you then.
Not asking for much, just if a piece of information or, some nice pieces of jewelry happen to come your way, I'd appreciate them.
Man of simple pleasures. I like it. Alright, you got yourself a deal.
But we could come to an arrangement.
So glad that Deebo and Ryzen have decided to jump on board as well.
Yeah, I'm staying silent. I'm looking at Ryzen like, yeah, fucking.
I'm kind of looking at you like, as in what do you think?
This ain't my charter.
So,
You two joining us or what?
All
Seems
right.
like we're all getting involved on this.
Can we take a sec for a
Sure.
little powwow? Can we take a sec for a little powwow? Give us a moment.
you want to step out into the dark,
Just
dimly
let-
lit
let-
street where
let
you'll
us-
likely be shot.
Just let us step just over here, a few feet, just over here. Let's talk, all right? Give us a sec, all right?
It really is day one for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they're very, very new to all of this.
I'm getting sick of everybody shitting on me.
As the two of them are talking, Jarvis is gonna kind of close his eyes and try and listen and feel for things on the other side of the door.
Okay.
Because I'd rather not have this meeting get busted.
Sure.
I'm gonna study the room
Okay.
and see if there's any other exits.
There is another exit, but it seems to be the one that has the most security on it, which the security is essentially just a piece of Durasteel over another set of Durasteel holders. Essentially, your old school like bracing line for the
Right.
door.
Gotcha.
So that door does not open unless you remove the Durasteel from it, which you can. It's just not good.
It's gonna be easy to move.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes, Jarvis, please roll me an attune roll.
Will do. Position?
Your position is still controlled because you are not in any immediate danger for this and your standard effect.
All right. 1.
Oh.
There are a lot of people that have gathered outside of this area. You can't feel their intentions, but there are at least 6 people out front, apparently lying in wait.
So I pull Ryzen off to the side.
Uh-huh.
Hey,
What up?
I mean, what do you think?
I think 4 of us team up. That's 4 of us instead of just the 2 of us. You know,
Okay, but
the payout's gonna get split further out, but
I mean,
we could use the help, and they seem to know what they're doing.
what if they're
Yeah,
looking
this
to
is our
turn,
first time.
what if they're looking to turn you in? All right, because I mean, I'm not trying to be harsh or mean, but I will sell you down the river in a heartbeat.
Oh, gee.
How do you really feel?
If we get captured by the Empire, I'm like, I didn't know he was fucking Jedi. I didn't.
That's fine. Go with that. But anyways, I don't think they know I'm one either. Well, used to be, I should say.
Well, you're not anymore.
Well, yeah, I am, but I can't go around saying, "Hey, I'm a friggin' Jedi" to everybody.
Well,
So now that
I wouldn't. Either. I'm just like, this is more risk to you than it is to. Well, you know, I take that back. This is more risk to me than anything, and I will sell you down.
no, I'm sure it
You
won't
and
come down to that.
okay,
But
you think you should talk
before
to
this,
Fog or?
if we can make it back to the ship, I'll have to talk to him and know what we're doing.
I mean, you can calmly
And I've
go.
already have him take that ship. We get some supplies off of it that we need. Get your droid back.
R3's fine. I mean, I don't. If you want to try and bring R3 along for this, but it's not really. Is R3 belongs to Fog, doesn't he?
R3 belongs to what used to be the Republic, yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's ours now. Ha ha. You Republic.
He's ours now.
I mean, I'm gonna leave this call up to you because you're the one.
Anyways, sometimes
in
on the
most.
trip, I need to head back to Mandalore. I need to get some shit.
It's like you're the
At
one at
home.
most risk here because I will cut and run in a heartbeat.
Well, I'm always up for an adventure. So, yeah, you're a mechanic. You know what you're doing. You're my fixer guy. So I need you around.
That's right. There's always fixer guy jobs around. I will cut and run in a heartbeat. I'm just.
But I said, you're my fixer guy. Hey, I need you. So let's stick with us. If things get too hot, we'll jump out.
All right. Yeah,
All
So,
right.
we break off.
So we
we
start.
break off. Come back to the table.
Yep. Start walking back. All right. We're in.
cool. I think there's 6 people outside the door.
What?
Jarvis hasn't moved. All he did was close his eyes and listen for a moment. That's just.
Hey, Mike, I'm gonna get a tune roll on him and see if he's, you know what, that he's doing what I was doing earlier.
Sure,
If
go
I
for
could
it.
do that, possibly. All right.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Risky, controlled, or
It's
desperate.
you're controlled. You're not currently in any danger.
All right. Standard.
Yes.
Are there any windows that I can see
No.
from here?
No. This is essentially a box.
Okay. Well, it's something at least.
You feel the force flowing through him, and you can kind of get like a slight sense of the ability to touch the force, but he definitely doesn't seem to have any form of proper training. If he is force sensitive at all, it doesn't look like he's ever had any type of training to actually know what he's doing.
Gotcha. All righty.
But it, once again, very unlikely you would find force sensitives with this low of a power.
Gotcha. Alrighty then. So I'll do another attune roll, see if I can't feel he's feeling outside.
Sure.
Kind of like you said, there's 6 people out. I'll try to reach out and see if I can't feel more.
Okay. You are going to move into a risky position at this point.
Standard.
Yes. Okay, so you see him take a breath and close his eyes, and as you reach out, you don't feel 6 people. You do feel 1, and you do feel a sense of malevolence behind it, but they don't seem to be anywhere near you directly. It's more like they're in the area, but not right where you're at.
Alrighty then.
The hell are you two doing? You're just closing your eyes and saying weird stuff? What the hell is going on?
Listening.
Mike, is that malevolence fixed on us?
You couldn't tell.
Okay. I walk up to Jarvis. Assuming you're doing what I think you're doing. There's one that's got a very malevolent feel out there, if you could feel that.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I thought I heard like 6 people out there.
I'm just
Which
getting
one
some
is it?
bad
1
juju
or
coming our
6?
way. Are there
Honestly,
is there an upstairs to this place, Mike?
You're
it
in
just
a
like-
box, and there's
like
only
it is a room built into the side of a wall.
yes.
Gotcha.
There is another exit, which I described
I've had
earlier
my
with
eye
your
on.
Durasteel. Yes. With the Durasteel brace plate, but yeah. Other than that, you are essentially in a box.
Going to the one with the Durasteel faceplate. Is there anybody hiding outside that door?
You didn't feel anybody outside that door.
I'm back.
Okay.
So Jarvis is going to sort of stand up, keep hand on holstered blaster pistol. I'm going to suggest we move again. We're all in agreement of the job. If you want to follow me, I know of at least a couple other places where there might be lulls where we can talk and plan.
All right, sounds like a
Unless you
plan.
all have a more private space in mind.
If we can make it back to one of our ships, that'd probably be a better spot too.
I don't know. We'd be just in a precarious position.
Well, luckily no one comes to this part of town unless they plan on shooting someone or getting shot. So if we get attacked, try and kill them before they kill us.
What leads out this back door right here?
It actually leads into a home that you would know of, Jarvis. It is not a occupied home, but it is set up to be like a a back room kind of deal, but it is a residential home that is unoccupied.
It's a residence that no one's currently in. Used to be owned by this sweet old lady. She died a couple
All right,
years
I
back.
say we take that way out instead of taking the door.
Covered
Let's-
with a Durasteel plate or bar. I can't lift that, can you?
Listen, if you follow me, I know some sly alleyways that we can probably use as cover. Just it's a lot less obvious than, unbolting Durasteel door.
Is it just the lock on it that's Durasteel? If we move the lock, we can move the door. Is that how it works, Mike?
Yeah, I mean it's essentially just a bar of Durasteel. It's gonna take probably two people to lift it, as it is just like this massive chunk. But yeah, you won't be able to lock it back behind you though.
Ah, shit.
Let's just do what Fancy Boy says and let's go through the alleyways.
Jarvis, by the way, in case any of you were wondering, and he's going to sort of open up the door, and you know what? If somebody's gonna take a shot, I'd rather move quickly than slowly. So he's just gonna sort of dash across the street.
Before you go, just hold on. Just hold on a second before you open up the door. Mike, risky or controlled or desperate for the tune roll?
What are you trying to attune?
I'm gonna use a force to lift up the Durasteel
Oh,
lock
uh,
and
It-
get us and pretty much save our asses.
You don't know that we're in danger.
I'm gonna if I see him start to try and do something to the door, I'm gonna slap him in the back of the head.
Ah,
I mean, if you're wanting to do it, it's risky. You also have to take the 2 stress to push yourself.
where's my stress at right now? I'm at 3 stress. Fuck,
Yeah.
let me get rid of that.
I'm like I said, if I see him start to concentrate at the door, then I'm gonna slap him in the back of the head and try and stop him.
Then I'll take this. I'll take the smack in the back of the head then, because I'm getting reduced. I'll just take the smack in the back of the head. So you come up and smack me in the back of the head, and it's like, no. Like 5.
No, in like a harsh, hushed voice. What the fuck are you doing?
Well, in case we're in danger, I was gonna go out this door, unless you want to lift it by hand.
You just want to announce? Might as well tell everybody what the fuck you are. All right.
You
Guess
two
we're
done
friends.
like fighting like a married couple over there, or
Yeah. Okay, come on.
If you two ladies are done, we need to get a move on.
We're gonna talk
Fine, let's
about.
go.
I'm gonna talk about this later. Keep that shit on the down low.
and out the door.
Okay. Um, let me get one more skulk roll from you here.
Man, I'm not awful at this.
You do have a +1 die because whoever might be hunting you does not know exactly where you're at. It is a
Position
risky.
risky.
Yeah,
Because no
position is
noises were
risky.
being made.
Standard effect.
All right. Double threes.
Perfectly average.
All right, so
Oh god.
as you you dart across the street, you don't seem to see anybody. You begin making your way through and leading the rest of the group. So you're heading
Alrighty
to
then.
another hideout.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. The next best hideout around this area is a scrapper bar. They have privatized rooms, but it will cost you to get into one of those rooms. If you're wanting a free option, you're gonna have to leave this area though.
I'd prefer a free option
Okay.
because the goal is essentially to bar hop from hideout to hideout until we make it back to one of these two ships.
Oh, easily, easily. All right, so you as you guys move through and you kind of duck into a couple of places and leave out of a couple of places, you eventually make your way back towards the docking areas. Um, Bruca has a more comfortable position for their ship, or you can go to the further away one to get to Ryzen and Deebo's ship.
I prefer to go not to our ship.
All right, we can take my ship then.
Jarvis will attempt to lead them. Will attempt to get everybody into the proper position while looking back occasionally in case it has to turn into a middle of the street duel all of a sudden.
You're fine. Yeah,
Okay.
you've successfully navigated your way into the docking area, and since you guys are going to Vruka's ship, you uh Vruka leads you the rest of the way to their landing site, and I'm assuming you're letting them all onto your ship now.
Yes, I am. I have to.
Okay. So yeah, you're all on Vruka's ship now.
I just start wandering around.
It's got front pincers on the front. It's thinly framed, but it has notable large engines.
Yes.
Ooh.
So for this ship, think of essentially like an arrow, like a boxy arrow, with the front pincers on there. But the ship engines look like they are taken from like a Corellian Corvette, and have been retrofitted and mounted to the back of this. So it looks like he's got quite a bit of extra power when he's using those.
I I mean, I break off from the group and go to the engine room.
You break anything in there, I make you fix it for free.
Okay.
So, we're all in agreement that we're definitely going to hunt this person for a paycheck.
Yep, we did come to that conclusion.
How much do we want them to be useful to the other parties at hand?
Right, now say that again.
How much do we want them to be useful to the parties that would like to acquire this individual?
Hmm. What's everyone else's go on that?
Because I definitely have some ideas. Because as far as I know, the general terms of a bounty like this would be unharmed enough to be useful.
Well, I can't bring a corpse back to my people. He still needs to be able to
You
tinker
know,
and do his job.
you don't need a corpse to have severe memory loss.
So if we get what he
What
said,
are
if we
you
get what's
getting
in
at
his head,
exactly?
he'd sell the
I'm
information.
I'm just saying there are a number of very illicit substances that impair one's ability to remember certain things, like what useful skills they have.
Well,
Not a bad idea.
not a bad idea at all.
Because look at it this way: if the Hutts keep their hands on them, they're going to eat up the vacuums that exist in the Outer Rim. If the Black Sun gets them, they will definitely eat into those vacuums, and if we do nothing, the Empire will take those vacuums. So right now, for someone like me who's interested in making sure the Outer Rim operates as it currently does, I'm weighing the options of delivering a practically useless asset versus allowing a Cold War to continue with no stabilizing element.
That's
Really,
not a
I'm
bad
trying to
idea.
choose the least terrible option.
So pretty much we get paid and they get nothing. Pretty much the greater good of the deal.
Here's the thing: if we get paid and they get nothing, that leaves the Empire in a more stable position in the Outer Rim. And I've got a vested interest in the Outer Rim staying pretty loosely governed.
Well, isn't the whole point of us being out here is that we could do what we want without fear of regulation?
Yeah, here's the thing though. The regulation changes depending on who's in control, and for all my affection for the Hutt cartel, I do find some of their practices a little distasteful.
Also, genocidal practices is a little distasteful. Interesting.
Underselling it, perhaps, but Um, a question.
Shoot.
Based on what information I have, um, what would be an outcome I could pursue that would leave Naba as independent as possible? Or as independent as it currently is?
I mean, right now, Naba had, or well, previously, Naba had a senator, and it was the senator took into the six families all of their complaints, while the Hutts were on basically the back end providing slaves to acquire the exports uh, of the area. So I mean, since the Empire has come over, there is still a senator, but right now it doesn't seem like a whole lot is being done as far as politically. And the Hutts have still been providing the slaves, though with a power vacuum and everything like that, there is a chance they might take more of an interest, and therefore you might become the next Tatooine.
So are the vacuums what keep life on the planet, like trees and whatnot?
No, no, no. It's a power vacuum politically. So
Oh, okay, I got.
when somebody falls out, somebody's going to step up and take it.
Oh, I got you. Okay. I thought you were talking about a machine there for a second.
I'm
No, it's
going
not true
to.
idia.
Right now, keeping the Hutts in check seems like the best option. So
So we're
I
basically gonna chemically stupefy this guy.
that technically complies, and if all else fails, we tell them it was a
What
countermeasure
up?
the Hutts had in case they got captured.
Okay, let me get my shoes on. I'll be out there. Okie dokie.
Well, the condition said that I only had to bring him in able to work. Didn't say anything about his memory. So I think
be
it's the
mad.
best option that we've got.
You know, apart from a few spotty welds back there, this is pretty solid ship. I bet this pistol gives a pretty good kick.
Yeah, she goes when she wants to. Just you wait until we get her in the sky.
So what I miss?
We've come to a general agreement that we're likely going to drug the target into an induced amnesia before delivering them to the bounty holders.
Okay.
It's the best way to keep everyone in check without any power vacuum.
Well, it will keep the power vacuum open for the time being.
Right, but the three of them can settle that out.
Yeah.
All right. So the three of them being
The Hutts, the Black Sun, and the
And the
Empire.
Empire.
oh, sure. Is this gonna like damage the guy like permanently?
Oh, absolutely. He will have no recollection of like what his purpose is as a person. But compared to letting him like, build weapons and such for criminal conspiracies, I'm mildly okay with this.
It's the best option that we've got without having to kill him, because that wouldn't work well for any of us.
Okay.
Also, if the Empire ever got their hands on them, it would make them useless to them as well.
Well, I mean, if you guys think this is the best option, you said he's a weapons builder?
Security systems, specifically electronics.
Cybernetics.
Think we can get like copies of his schematics and stuff before we
Oh, we're going to look for a data pad or anything that might have any of his work on file, for
Okay.
sure.
Get a good info broker contact if you all would like to split the profits from the data pad.
I mean, I'd like.
Information can also be very valuable. We didn't even take that into account for the possible payout as well. So
I mean, I personally just want a copy of his data pad. But yeah, I mean, I
Hey,
like money.
nothing saying we have to give over the only copy. We could keep one for ourselves.
exactly.
Yeah,
See, I knew I liked you.
I'm on board for that. I mean, I feel a little iffy about, taking a hammer to this guy's brain, but doesn't seem like a good guy. Yeah. Do you have any idea where he's at?
That I do.
Do tell.
Bardic knowledge.
I can tell you that he's in the capital for now. I'd rather wait until we have all the materials we need.
What materials do we need?
Well, we're obviously going to need some drugs that can induce the amnesia.
I mean, you just load him up with a bunch of spice, or get something similar.
No, we need
I
to-
prefer something with a more precise touch.
Yeah, we need to make sure that he won't be able to remember.
Like, turning someone into a spice fiend is all well and good, but that tends to have consequences for the qualities of one's work, and I'd rather there be no work at all.
All right. You have got any blasters?
I don't have an armory on my ship, but I have a blaster on me.
We're looking to stun him, right?
Ideally, we would stun them, take them to a secure location, administer the treatment, and then, transport them off-world.
Or shoot them in the leg if they try to run.
Cool, cool.
Again, physically injuring them is kind of a last resort.
No, that's good. At least we got our priorities straight.
I'm just saying it's an option.
Well, I'm on board. Sure, sounds good. Let's talk price.
Well, there's the payout from the bounty, plus whatever we get for any information or anything else that we managed to scavenge along the way. I'm sure with Jarvis's Jarvis, you said, with your info broker, you should be able to get some additional creds that way too.
Thinking ideally we'll walk away with 8 cred, less than ideally probably 6 or 7.
Okay, you mean we gotta talk percentages split or?
Even split all the way down, it prevents anyone from getting jealous and, a cycle later being like, I'm going to shoot you in the back of the head for your creds.
Okay, yeah, I like it.
I think we can come to a, well, not present company excluded, gentleman's agreement on this.
I think we're all plenty in agreement.
Yeah, I put my hand out. Go team.
Okay, we're gonna have to really work with you on how this whole bounty hunter thing works. It's not my preferred form of work either, but
It's something that we're versed at.
What, we can't shake hands. We can't have a go team.
No,
it's not traditionally a thing in these kinds of circles. You congratulate each other after the job, not before it.
Look, I'd just like to say, it seems like this has been a pretty good day.
I mean, considering the alternatives, we're getting shot by a Trandoshan. Yeah.
You say Trandoshan, I kind of shiver a little bit. But...
You have a thing about Trandoshans?
No, it's fine.
Does he shiver again when I say the word?
I physically steel myself, but yeah, it does look like I'm trying to keep myself from reacting.
Oh, this is going to be a fun trip.
I do a go team by myself. Go team.
So, you guys are planning to set up your attack to go and essentially kidnap this guy from wherever. So here we're going to move into our planning and load options since we are moving into the job. So first things first, you're going to go up to your top here and you're going to look at your loads. Everybody should have a light, which is a 3 load, a normal, which is 5, and a 6, which is heavy. Heavy will the more load you carry, the more noticeable you are, and the heavy option actually encumbers you. So at this point, we need to go in and decide which load you're using. And
sorry, guys, I got my daughter's back now.
You're fine. You're going to choose what load you are, but you're not going to choose any of your items before we start. This will all come into play later.
I'm choosing light.
Okay, so just
I
click.
might. No, yeah, I'm gonna do light.
Okay.
Wait, what are we doing exactly?
You're
choosing our loadout.
Yeah, your loadout.
For our character?
Yeah, so basically
We're
on the
in
top
the we're in the planning phase right before we go do everything.
Gotcha.
or planning out the mission?
So you can
I
choose.
will go normal.
You're going normal. All right. So Nate, the options are light, which you can carry 3 items, normal, which you can carry 5, or 6, which will be your heavy. Um, the light, you're really unnoticeable. Nobody's gonna bat an eye at you. Normal, you're obviously packing. You're gonna be doing something. You have more of your items available to you. 6, you're encumbered. It's obvious that you are carrying other things, and you are going to draw attention. You are also going to be encumbered as you move.
I'll go normal.
Okay. Now we're not choosing the items yet. Those will come into play as they come up. All right. So
Awesome.
now
All right.
we have several different planning options that you have. So you've got your assault, which means that you're assaulting your target to
Going
know,
loud.
yeah, you're going in guns hot. You've got your deception, which means that you're going to try and maneuver your way in using deception. You have infiltration, you're trying to find a way to get into that area. Mystic, you're using arcane power to find your target and extract them. Social, you're using a social connection in which to negotiate that. Or transport, which you're going to use locations and route to accomplish your mission. So, which one of these would best fit the way that you guys plan to go in?
So, Jarvis knows a rough location, a likely set of locations
Mm-hmm.
where Gendelium is, but he does not know the exact private space that they are working in.
Correct.
So that kind of that significantly limits our ability to do a direct assault. That also doesn't seem the best idea, given that we're all going for lightweight loadouts.
True.
I was
So
thinking infiltration.
Yeah, I was thinking infiltration, transport, or deception.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. We don't know what we're walking into.
Right now, Jarvis has the best idea on where you guys are going and how to get there.
He's our man on the inside, in a
yeah.
sense.
But it's all a matter of how you guys plan on going in. Whether you're going in guns blazing, whether you're going to try and work your way in, whether you're going to try and sneak your way in. While
Infiltration doesn't seem the best because I'm the only one with Skulk.
So we might have to do deception.
Yeah, deception probably wouldn't be bad. Probably the best.
Yeah, everybody but Ryzen has sway, so that might be the chosen option. Yeah.
I'm up for it.
All right, so we are going in with a deception method. So now what we're going to do is we're going to let me pull up the book here real quick because there's a couple of questions that we have to ask ourselves beforehand. All right.
Turn the water off, Edie. No, they didn't. Yes.
All right.
Yeah, I told you, Dad. I told you. I told you, Velocity. I told you, Velocity.
All right. So we going with deception then, guys?
Yes, we're right now. I'm pulling up the the
Alrighty
information
then.
here to get us started.
Awesome.
All right. So the planning and engagement roles. All right. So, is this operation particularly bold or daring? I would say yes. So, I will give you a +1 towards that. Is this operation overly complex or contingent on many factors? I would say so. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say so, yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna lose that die then. All right. So does the plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest?
I want to say no on that.
We don't really know.
Yeah, I'd have to probably say no.
Okay. General no then?
Yeah.
Okay. Is the target strongest against this approach, or do they have particular defenses or special preparations for this? What do you guys think? You think they probably have some defenses or special prep to make sure that you guys don't get down into these areas and steal people?
Well, I don't know.
Well, the thing is that it's a private space, so like most of the difficulty is going to be in getting in. Once we're in, it's a matter of like not looking like the chief idiots that we are.
Oh,
Because the whole point is these locations aren't supposed to be discovered. So I imagine a lot of the security is a little more discreet.
Probably. I agree with you
So
on that one.
so you think that they probably have particular defenses to keep you guys out?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're -1
Oh,
die
yeah.
currently.
Probably
God.
probably a patrol or something.
All right. So can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight into this operation? Now, this is a good time to look over your group or look over your friends and see if anybody might
Contacting
be.
Meridia.
Okay.
I hate to be the one paying Aura right now, but they look like they might just be my best option.
Okay. All right. So I'll give you a +1 for that. Are any enemies or rivals interfering with your operation? Would anybody technically be a part of that might become an issue?
Not in
It,
my
I
list.
wouldn't think so.
yeah, I don't see anybody there. So we are back at 0 again. So, are there any elements that you want to consider? Maybe a lower tier target, or a high tier target. This is kind of a mid tier target, so I'm not going to say that you have any issues with that. Are you willing to get more information from Aura by paying?
Yes.
Okay. So I will remove your cred here. And you'll get a +1 for that. So who is going to be our friend here and roll for this?
I think I've got the most sway out of the group.
Okay.
yeah.
I've only got one, so if you got more than that, then you got
This
it.
is the engagement roll. So this is not a sway roll or anything like that. This is an engagement roll. This is how the job starts, because you don't get to plan your way in. You just are thrown into it, and this is where you run into all your issues, or you just kind of bypass some of these issues here.
Not me, because I've been rolling like some sort of like curse has been cast on me.
I believe that
I'll
you
roll.
should roll it.
So what is this? A fortune roll?
It is a fortune roll. Are you rolling it, Nate?
I'll roll. If anyone if no one else wants to roll and they're okay with me rolling, I'll roll it.
I'll roll it. I don't mind.
Yeah, the Caleb roll.
How many
Okay.
dice?
All right, Caleb, go for it, bud.
You're going to choose your fortune. you can add a. You will have at least a +1 if you guys are not choosing to expend a Gambit to get an additional die. Currently, there is 1 for the group.
So do I start with 2 dice then?
Right now, you're starting with 1. Oh yeah, two dice. Is
Do
anybody
you guys
wanting
want to let
to
them use the Gambit on this to our 1 Gambit for the game, or you guys want to save that?
Now that
We
you
get
have
2
Jarvis,
gambits
you get
with my ship, don't we?
because you're not taking your ship with you for this.
Ah,
Oh wait,
gotcha.
hold on. Let me make sure on that real quick. I'm gonna double check that real quick.
I have a feeling we'll be using the ship for the getaway, but
Yeah, that's only to avoid when doing a delivery job, you get a +1 to the engagement roll.
Okay, gotcha.
So, okay. Yeah, now that you have Jarvis as part of your crew, you do get 2 gambits to start the games now. And we have
Oh,
not
very nice.
we have not rolled a 6 or a critical on a risky roll, so you have not collected another gambit yet.
I gotcha. So here's to a little bit of luck.
All right, 2 dice. Okay. So, after Jarvis kind of leads you down a set path into the more inner core of the capital area, he then leads you down a sewer entrance. However, this sewer doesn't seem to have any direct smell, and it doesn't seem to have any kind of normal sewery type options. You did get you did get the information that if this guy is going to be anywhere, since you gave enough information for Aura to give you an idea where to go, more than likely there is a large core of power that runs a lot of Nahada that most of the scientists that would be most of the people who would be using a large amount of electricity would be down around this area. So you have a general idea of where you're going. And as you guys, I'm assuming, let Jarvis go up and speak to the guards that seem to have positioned themselves out in front of this area that you have made your way down to, into a like a tunnel under here. They seem to have taken a slight a slight interest in his story that he fabricates for them to allow them to go through. So you guys get into the tunnels as you begin making your way down towards where is his name? Gindili. So you guys have made it through the initial one, but Jarvis, you're aware that you only have a very limited amount of time down here before somebody actually starts paying attention to what you said and how you said it. I mean, you didn't talk to like the most intelligent of guards, but you're pretty sure they might figure it out given enough time.
How dark is it down here?
It's relatively lit. It's got lighting bars running down with only
Okay.
small sections that have like a darkened area.
Okay,
So-
and just go ahead.
heads up, that story won't hold to scrutiny, so we gotta move.
So you guys begin making your way through, and you're pretty sure you know where you need to go as you follow Aura's plan. And as you come up to another set of doors, you do see a couple of what you can only assume are mercenaries of some type. They are obviously wearing armor. They are obviously carrying blaster rifles, and they are obviously looking for people who don't belong. You catch a glimpse of them just before you pull back, and you're pretty sure they're guarding the door you need to go into. So here
Can
is
I
where we
get
start our scene. Go ahead.
Can I do a study and see if there's any kind of insignia on the armor, like if they belong to a certain faction or a certain mercenary group?
You don't need to roll a study for that. You will definitely see that they have insignias. But it looks like the insignia was scratched out, and it seems like these were Crimson
Recovered.
Dawn.
Okay. So they were either recovered from the Crimson Dawn or they were former Crimson Dawn.
Correct.
Okay. What's their loadout look like? Like, do they have like heavy blasters?
Heavy blaster rifles. Obviously wearing lightweight, but a like a chest plate that would probably be able to withstand a blaster bolt or two. It's not exactly Durasteel or anything like that, but it is enough to
Enough to give them protection.
Yeah. So now we move into the meat of it. So you're running on time at this point.
All right,
You-
so how do we deal with the two brutes outside the door?
Well, I mean, you guys are experienced.
Is it a rather spacious area?
No, it's tunnel hallways, so you're looking at like maybe 10 feet across from wall to wall. But you do
So
have
no
quite a
place
bit
to,
of
like-
you do have quite a bit of hallway to go down, as these are like the under parts of Nalhada.
So, you know who is able to go just about everywhere in a criminal syndicate controlled world?
A server?
Drug dealers. I would like to bring some illicit drugs that I had prepared for this job,
All right, mark your illicit drugs.
and I would like to feign being a drug dealer, delivering a package to one of the people inside for their recreation.
Okay. So you're going to be going up alone?
Yeah, because the hope is, if everything goes tits up, hopefully my friends who have guns, hopefully have guns. God, I hope I'm not surrounded by idiots. We'll get the drop on them before they shoot me.
Okay. So you are explain what you're doing here, so we can.
I am going to saunter up very casually, with a small package, with a small, like, paper wrapped package that is not marked,
All right.
and going to give the indication that I'm there to deliver a substance.
Okay. So as you saunter up, but every time I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking about Pip Bender from Futurama.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, baby, I know. Anyway, so
Like,
you saunter up, and they're like, "Hey,
I'll
where
even
you-"
say I'm wearing my fine coat for the sake of selling the illusion of being a well-doing drug dealer.
All right, mark it. Now, as he dons his fine coat, everyone can tell that this is very, very fine material. It is something that you would not normally see in this part of the area. So obviously he is very well to do. Um, and as you saunter up, they kind of look at each other for a moment, and as you walk up towards the door, they're like, "Hey, what are you doing down here?"
Got got a little trial I need somebody to partake in.
Okay, now while they're distracted and looking at him, can I move up closer without them noticing?
Really, you're not going to be able to move up too much unless you're going to actually go into that hallway and try and like set yourself up against another like doorway. So you would have very little access if you're doing that. And remember, you also don't have skulk, so
Yeah.
I mean, you're not too terribly far away. You're about 10 meters away, 33 feet, something
Yeah,
like
they
that.
gotta have some sort of ventilation around here, or some way to get air in and out. So is there? I'm gonna study the hallway and see if there may be like a concealed vent, or maybe
Sure,
some other.
give me a study.
All right, and I'll push myself for that.
Take 2 stress and add an additional die.
Controlled.
It is going to be risky because you're going to be. You guys are currently in a situation where anything bad can happen.
Mm.
Standard effect.
Standard effect.
I've had my mic on mute this whole time, and I've been trying to talk to you guys. I'm like, why the fuck are they ignoring me? I was trying to ask Jarvis if he wanted me to be his bodyguard. Go up there with him, like, okay, you guys ignore me. What the hell's going on here? But I'm like, realizing, I'm on mute.
Oh, if you wanted to make me look like a bit less of an idiot, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay. Then I'll just stay behind. Oh, less of an idiot. Okay. Yeah, I'll be with you then. I'd be like with my blaster, kind of like, with like my medium armor that I got on and pretty much decked out and be your bodyguard, pretty much.
Okay, so we will go ahead and mark a blaster pistol. Hold on, let me. So you currently have your blaster pistol and you have armor on. So that is 3 of your 5 that you have taken up so far. Just FYI.
3 of my 5?
Yes.
Okay.
So, you look around and you do find a vent, and you could you should be able to wiggle through it. It's not huge ventilation, but you could probably work your way through it. Unfortunately, you'll definitely need some tools to get this off of here without making a whole lot of noise.
It's a good thing I brought my fine mechanics kit with me.
Oh,
Mhm.
yes, you do. So,
So I look towards Deebo.
uh-huh.
And I hand him over the kit and point towards the vent.
Yes, master.
I'm trying not to make any noise.
All right. So,
I kind of get a sour look on my face as you like give me the tools and point at the vent. I'm like,
mhm.
all right.
All right. So, with these fine tools, he actually has. They actually are quite quite beautiful. as
Should I
far as they
mark?
are.
Should
No.
I mark repair tools on mine? Or no. Okay.
You don't have to. He's used his loadout for you, so you're using his fine mechanics kit. At which point you to do this stealthily, since you don't have skulk, I would say that you could use a rig roll, but you do get an additional die because it is a fine mechanics kit.
And risky.
Yep.
Standard.
Yes.
And 1 bonus die. I'm glad I had a bonus die.
All right. So you begin working on that. So Jarvis, you and Ryzen are standing in front of these guys, and they're like, what kind of experiment, or what kind of test are you wanting done on those? As he kind of looks down, one of the guys looks down at the package and kind of sees if there's anything written on it, but obviously sees nothing.
Yeah.
So do you want me to be like nice and like eloquent in the way that I say one of the people in there wants to snort some spice, or do you want me to say like, this is my special home blend and I can't let you taste it? Like, what do you want from me?
All right, give me a sway roll on that. You will get a bonus die, and it is risky and standard.
I'm just smirking. My character's just smirking away at what he just said. I'm like, that's great.
Do you want me to tell you that one of your scientists wants to snort spice? Like, do you really want that information? Oh, not great. Not great.
So, as the guy looks at you and then looks down at the package, he's like, "Yeah, we can't be allowing them to be doing anything like that." As he reaches out and grabs it to pull it from you. Now, I will say, you do have the option to resist this option. It does cause stress in which to resist it. You will roll a resolve roll to do it socially, or you would use prowess in which to like jerk it away if you so choose. But that is an option, or you're going to be losing your package.
I'm going to take stress because what's in that package is not spice. And it's important for a later step in the job.
All right.
And
so
I'm gonna try and social my way of like hands off the merchandise, man. This shit's valuable.
So you don't mark your stress yet. The way that resolve or resisting works is you mark it is 6 minus the highest amount on your roll. So how are you doing this? Are you using resolve or are you using prowess?
Resolve.
Okay, go ahead and click your resolve.
This is probably stupid.
Okay.
I'm gonna push myself on this.
All right, take 2 stress.
In order to get a bonus die, because, if not now, when?
Hey! So you don't take any additional stress from resisting this roll. But you do like look down at his hand and kind of look up at him with this very serious face, and give me the layout of how you're explaining this to determine how he's going to react.
You can't be putting your fucking hands on this. This is premium fucking shit. Do you know the amount of people I had to go through to get this refined, man? This stuff's expensive. Get your fucking hands off it, man.
And he kind of like releases it and is like, yeah, that's fine. We really can't let you in, though. I mean, they're doing stuff, and we definitely don't want no spice in there because we can't have, the people in there to be taking stuff and not be at their best? As he stumbles over his words and tries desperately to conceal what must be behind that door.
Listen, man, at least one of them's on break now. There can't be any harm in letting them indulge when they're on break.
How? All right, so you can go ahead and roll it again, or you can try and maybe worm your way through. If you move to
Under my breath,
sway,
I'm saying, "This guy's really committed to the bit." Wow.
you can either use sway, but it's going to increase your position, or you can attempt to use consort on a risky move on that.
I'm going to use consort
Okay.
because yeah, I don't have many great options here. Um, I'm going to spend my other gambit.
Well, you would be spending the group's gambit at this point.
Yeah, no, I won't spend the groups then.
Son of a.
I hate to get my stress up to 4, but you know what? We'll risk it for the biscuit. If we've got to go loud, we've got to go loud.
Do it and be a legend.
So add 2 stress and
I didn't.
yeah. Go ahead and just roll an additional d6 on that.
Oh, I didn't add any stress.
Oh, you're not going to stress yourself?
No.
Okay.
That roll's not terrible, so
It's not. All right. So you've worked on it, and he's like, all right, look, I'll let you in. You got 5 minutes, but I want a taste.
I'll let you taste after, man. Like I'll slide you some on the way out.
You better. As he like uses a code cylinder, he turns around, opens the door, and you see about 4 people in this room as the door opens, and he obviously lets you in. Now, going back real quick to Deebo and Veruca. Thank you. I keep thinking of Veruca salt.
Veruca salt. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
All right,
All right.
so
Did we get this vent
yes.
off?
Yes, you get the vent off. It makes a little bit of noise, but apparently, with all of the tension around Jarvis, they didn't seem to notice.
Just
Yay.
routine vent repairs, you know.
Using confusion to my advantage.
Yes. All right. So, what are you guys doing now that you've gotten this vent off? It's going to be a tight fit, but you could probably make your way through fairly easily with, slow moves.
Yeah, I'll start making my way into the vent, and I'll expend a stress just in case, because you never know. But I'm gonna expend a stress and look in ultraviolet and infrared while I'm inside, just in case there's like any kind of like laser tripwire or something.
Sure. Go ahead and add the stress to your sheet, and as you make your way through, you're following where you're pretty sure you need to go for the corridor and everything like that, and as you get up to an area where you're actually looking down on this large reactor core, you do see large emitting power display coming through, but you also notice that there is a trap set up right there to that vent. It looks like there is a laser grid that would do quite a bit of damage to a hand if you were to just, I don't know, pop that vent open. But it also seems to be preventing the electrical waves from passing into those vents.
So it's acting like an insulator from that energy?
Yes. But it also insulates your hand from getting to that vent.
Right. So if I were to try to disarm it, obviously, that would require like a hack, or would that be rig?
You could technically use rig. You could disable it permanently with a rig roll.
Okay.
Basically, you would be just shorting out the electronics on it to be able to open that up.
All right, I'll do that, and I'll push myself for that as well.
Okay. Just remember, if you max out your stress, you take a trauma, and your mind simply cannot handle it anymore, and you leave.
I'm aware.
Okay. I'm also informing. I'm also informing Soren here about that.
Okay. So I'm guessing it's a risky position then.
It is most definitely a risky position because this could go bad a lot of ways.
Okay. What kind of effect?
It would be a standard effect. However, if you talk with Deebo about it, he could assist you since he also has rig. Which means that he would take a
Did he
stress,
follow behind
but
me?
I watched you climb up into a vent, and then is that like right after he climbed into the vent, or
no, you hear him kind of scuffling through.
then yeah, I mean I'm not going to stand here in the hallway by myself. So I would follow in after him or her.
Okay. Yeah, follow her. Now, if Deebo is willing to kind of assist you by lightly talking about what you're seeing and how you can disable it, he can take a stress and you can gain an additional die.
Okay. So, hey, do you know anything about these laser grids?
Yeah. What about him?
Because I think we can get into the room through this vent here, but we just need to get this laser grid disabled. Think you could help me out with this?
Oh, there's an actual laser grid in front of you? I thought we were talking hypotheticals. Sure.
Yeah, I do mean a literal laser grid.
Sure. How many wires are there, and what color are they?
So Deebo, go ahead and take a stress here, so you can assist him. So you'll get 2 additional die to your rig roll.
You do squats, Pilates.
Oh, and because you have a mechanic's kit, you also get an additional one.
All right, so that's 3 bonus dice, right?
That is correct.
Whew.
All right, so with your tools, you work your way in and pop open the side panel, and as you begin trying to arc the wires to disable this, it is going to fire back as current
Ooh.
runs through you.
Ouch.
As you will be taking one die of or a level 2 harm as you are arced through, and we
Ow.
we will label it as sparked.
Which wire did you cut?
The green one?
No, you're supposed to cut the blue.
Oh.
You know, it's kind of hard to tell in the dark. I understand, but you're fine, right?
You and I will have a talk later.
So, other than some like a blackened fingernail and the feeling of the feeling of electricity running through you, you have disabled this, so you can now get into this area.
All right, so I pop open the vent.
Mhm.
Is it the kind that just flaps open, or does it literally like drop?
It'll flap open.
Okay, so I'll open it then and poke my head out, look around.
Okay. Well, with your spectrum, you see the electrical field kind of washing over you, so everything is a little bit hazy. But you will see the door closing as Jarvis and Ryzen have now entered the room with these other 6 individuals. As you are sitting over this vent, you see an additional 2 working on the rear of this reactor. It looks like they are attempting to overpower a power cell, and it seems to not be looking so hot, as the power cell is starting to like balloon out like a lithium battery.
What the hell is going on here?
What do you say?
I move. Like, can I like move over the vent so that he could stick his head out as well?
Yes.
Okay, I
However,
move over the vent.
your feet are going to be in front of him because there's not enough room to turn around.
That's fine.
Okay.
I can't really describe it. It looks like something's like getting too much power.
I peek in and see what they're doing.
Yeah, you see them overcharging a power pack, which it looks like it's minutes away from
It's about to become a
decimation.
Samsung.
So is this place gonna go up?
I mean that little area, it's fine. It's just a little battery. It's a little. We're fine. We're fine. Don't worry about it.
So, Jarvis and Ryzen, you walk in to see 4 individuals working on different things. You will see Gindili there working on what appears to be a old HK droid, which you should know HK droids are assassin droids, which isn't terribly fitting for somebody who's supposed to be working on security and maybe cybernetics.
Oh, cool. So everyone is very misinformed on what this person is actually doing. Okay. Jarvis is going to take a look around. Does this place appear to have a back entrance, like a back exit that would avoid the guys at the front door?
You couldn't tell behind the reactor, which is currently ray shielded and is dumping power straight up into what looks to be a vent of some type.
Okay.
But yeah, there doesn't appear to be one from what you can see right now.
Jarvis is going to approach Gindeli, and I'm going to I'm going to feign being a Hut representative that's looking for a status update on the progress in regards to the assassin droid.
Okay.
And essentially, my goal is to make it seem like I'm chastising him a little bit so that he'll give up information in a sort of nervous, like, utterance.
Okay. So, you go and you walk up to him, and he looks at you and then looks down at your hands and the as you've got the package, and he's like, "Are those the circuits that I ordered?"
They just might be. I'm needing a bit of a status update.
Well, the initial prototype is almost ready, but I still need the circuits, and I still need the data chip to go into the brain to program, but it's almost ready. As soon as I get those parts, I should have it done within a few hours.
Hate to be the one to tell you this, but there's currently a delay on the data chip. We've had some interference from the Black Sun in regards to getting that into our hands.
Well, that's my biggest delay right now. I mean, if I've got those circuits, I can get those circuited up, and then it's just a matter of programming the data chip, and then I can put it right in, and we can get this all going really soon.
Am I able to overhear any of this up in the vent?
No, all you hear is
Okay, fair enough.
and
A little bit of crackling from a fucking power cell that's about to explode.
Deebo, you do see Jarvis and Ryzen along with Gandili as they seem as Jarvis has obviously walked up and started talking to him, but to be
Is
able
that
to
right
hear
next to the battery?
it's a little bit off from the battery since you guys are about 20 feet up.
If that
And-
battery were to explode, how big of a radius would it be?
Probably about 3 to 5 feet. So
Oh,
those people who are working on it right now and are starting to get very uncomfortable with how wide it's starting to make itself. Yeah, they are going to be the targets of that shot, but you shouldn't see any damage.
yeah, right. And
We could use this.
Ryzen and Jarvis are fine, right?
Yeah, they're on the other side of the reactor entirely.
We could drag this guy through the vents, couldn't we?
Kind of. You
I mean, if
basically
we
have
live-
somebody in front of him and then somebody behind him making sure that he goes. But you're going to have to climb up the reactor to get back in.
Okay.
Well, let's see. It might be the only way out.
Yeah, I mean, I tell Veruca of the little the blast radius of the battery, and it looks like it is definitely gonna explode.
But we'll be safe, right?
Yeah, that little group over there is kind of screwed. They're gonna get hurt, but
Okay, well, we could at least use the confusion to get down.
So,
well, I mean, as soon as that bomb goes off, guards are gonna come in and everything.
I have a question for Ryzen. Do you have any sway at all?
No, he doesn't.
Oh,
I do.
that's not great. That's not great. I would like to I'm going to try and keep trying to get information out of him as to who the first targets for this HK might be.
Well,
Any specific components that could be used as an alternative.
Go ahead and give me a sway.
Four stress is a lot, guys.
Considering you
No, I'm
only have
riding on
9.
5.
Yeah. Fuck.
Do we have communicators?
Yeah.
We could.
Here's the thing, I'm mainly trying to get information out of this guy before we have to, like, dope him up for everything he's worth. Like, I'd rather have money on the table here.
I mean, do we see any data pads or anything around him?
Or any code cylinders, anything like
Yep.
that?
We
He's
might
got a
have some-
cone cylinder on him, and everybody has a data pad.
But
Even
is there
the
one
guys
from
who are
him
about to
specifically?
explode. Yeah, he's got one right next to him.
Can you barricade the door
With
so
what?
the guards can't get in? I don't know, and so the guards can't get in.
We're in a. It's basically a workshop, so there's got to be stuff here that we can use.
All right, let's go for this way, boys. Standard, no bonus die.
Yes.
Okay. Risky position.
Yep.
I need one new.
Oh, double fives.
Nice.
Okay.
I need these.
So he explain. Hold on a second. Let me know when Nate comes back. I'm gonna mute him on my end here. All right. So you you ask him a few about the prototype and everything like that, and he's like, I don't know. You guys just told me to like build it so we could use it. I'm just the designer and programmer on the alterations to the old HK droid. I don't know what it's for. With the information about the protocol for enslave, I'm not 100%, but I imagine, the ability to take prisoners might be useful in the long run.
Hmm. So, with communicators being a thing, would anyone have potentially put out there that a battery pack is about to go pop?
Well,
Yes,
yeah.
as soon as
if
we
we
would have
had-
learned that, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
ta-
like I'm. Go ahead. Sorry.
I'll take a one of my loads for a communicator.
So, do we also need to have a communicator to hear that?
I'm assuming everybody has one, but yes, you would need to put that in your loadout.
I'm gonna take one.
All right. Well, thankfully, illicit drugs don't have a
Doesn't
weight.
count.
Yes.
Yep, doesn't count.
So on hearing that, I'm just going to wait for the I'm buying for time until battery goes pop because my plan is when the guards come in to launch a stick up.
Okay. Well, here's where it gets fun. Since we are waiting on that, you just sit there and you try and get as much information out of him, which you're not getting much, as you hear that there is a let me put communicator on him as well. You get the communicate that there is a battery that's about to explode in there, and he kind of looks at you as your communicator goes off, and then kind of looks around for a moment, and right as he looks back at you and kind of gives you a puzzled look, you hear a pop that rattles through the walls, as you hear the generator or the reactor start to stutter, and then it shuts down. And so does the ray shield and the lights.
I draw my blaster pistol,
Good thing I can see.
and hold Ganelli hostage.
Okay.
I rapidly make my way back to the other end of the vent, to the outside of the door.
I drop down the vent.
Okay, so you're dropping down onto the reactor and crawling down.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna do it because I can. Give me a scramble roll.
Okay. Risky.
Yes, risky.
Nate's back.
Oh, okay, hold on. All right, welcome back, Nate.
Thank you. I got my daughter, so
You're
I've been
fine.
taking care of her. My folks are coming to pick me up, and they're going to be here a little afternoon. So I had to get her a bath and get her dressed. Now I'm getting dressed, so I can actually focus on you guys until they get here.
That's fine.
All right. So it's
Oh,
risky,
right.
I'm assuming.
Yes, it is risky and it's standard effect.
Okay.
So, quick briefer on what happened. Jarvis spent some time talking to Ganelli Ohm, gathering information about the HK assassin droid he was working on. Followed by waiting
Can I use-
for an overcharged battery to go pop to launch a stick up.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
What were you saying, Caleb?
How are the other two faring?
Can I use my grappling hook to give myself an additional die?
You absolutely can. In fact, if you're going to use your grappling hook, you don't need to roll at all.
Oh, okay. Even better.
That'll
I'll
make
just use
getting
my
that
grappling
guy
hook
up
then.
into the vent way easier.
So yeah, you stick it to the top of the ceiling and you rappel down. All right. So the lights are out. Deebo, you make your way back to the hallway, and the lights are still out as you hear the guys down the hall begin stirring as they attempt to figure out what's going on.
All right, and I'm gonna my end goal is I'm gonna try and get to the door and rig it to where it can be closed and not opened again.
Well, with no power, the door
It's pretty
probably
much like
will
that.
not. Yeah, the
Yeah.
door is pretty well keeping them out already.
So yeah, that's true.
But we've got
Oh.
an escape route now.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody on the inside of the room now hears as there is muffled yelling on the other side of the door, as there is also some pounding on the other side of the door.
Fun times.
Okay, how many guards are here?
There are no guards inside this room.
Perfect.
Jarvis is going to call out, grab the data pads, I've got the target.
Using my sight, I go around the room and grab all the data pads and code cylinders that I can find. Do I
Okay.
need to roll a study or
Nope.
anything?
You're good.
Okay.
You're good. Yeah, as you go around, you do see those two other guys, the other scientist, if you will.
The two poor bastards.
Yeah, the two poor bastards. They are very much dead. And they are also covered in battery acid, and your infrared is just like blistering over these bodies.
Yeah. Well, are the data pads intact, or did they get hit?
Yes. I mean, there's still some battery acid on them, so you just don't pick them up from that. But other
Right.
than that, all the data pads seem to be good.
All right. Perfect. I take whatever I can.
Okay.
Do we also want to take this HK droid that they've got lying around? I mean, it's not
HK droid?
finished.
HK
Yeah.
droid.
Yeah, assassin droid table.
I thought they stopped making those things decades ago.
Yeah, somebody's been repairing them.
Well, hell, if nothing else, it'll be great for a cell. Let's grab it.
Jarvis is just gonna switch his blaster to stun and fucking stun this guy. A
Okay.
limp is much easier to move than a stiff.
Yep. So you stun him. He does not seem to fight back at this point. Deebo. At this point, have you peeked around to look at these guys yet?
Yeah.
Okay, so all you're getting is like a light off of the console pad that they're trying to unlock with a code cylinder. The other guy's beating on the door, and the guy who was beating on the door stops for a moment and reaches into a pocket, and you see something come out, and it begins blinking with a red light.
I think they activated either an alarm. Just FYI, guys. So.
And then he
Time to-
places it on the door.
Oh shit! It's an
Detonator.
explosive. Get back.
Oh, shit.
So,
They're blowing the door.
Jarvis is going to try and get Veruca to. Veruca can get out faster than him because they've already got the grapple hook set up and the target needs to be extracted first.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get out and get the ship ready.
So
What
he's
is-
going to throw the HK droid over his shoulder.
Okay.
And
It's heavy.
Yeah, I'm gonna do everything I can to follow up on the grapple hook. I imagine this will require a scramble roll with how much weight I'm lugging.
Yes, and it's also going to be a desperate roll. Are you letting Ryzen in first to go up, or are you having him basically be your getaway?
Ryzen can go first because I'm not gonna have anyone die on my greed.
Okay. Ryzen, are you taking off then? You
I'll tell him go ahead and go. Go ahead and go.
okay?
I'm going to push myself on this.
Yeah.
Effect to standard.
Effect is going to be or I'm sorry, the position's going to be desperate. Your effect is standard.
Okay. One bonus die. 1 and a 6.
6 is enough. Well, you struggle quite a bit, but you get the HK droid up there, and it's gonna be difficult making it through, but
I can push it in
Just-
front of me.
no, you can't, because you're barely moving as well, because you're having to push him as he is stunned.
Okay.
So your crew of 2 just became your crew of 4 has just become a crew of 6 right now, with 2 people who are unable to move. All right. Ryzen, give me a fortune roll. Remember, you start with 1 on this.
Okay.
Let's see how lucky you are.
Give me a second here. My fortune.
Okay.
Net value, number of dice, just 1.
For now, yeah. Unless you want to push yourself or, spend the gambit.
I will push myself. I'll spend the 2 stress.
Okay. I'll go ahead and mark that for you so you don't have to. So you'll have 2 dice for your fortune roll. Alrighty.
Oh, god damn
Holy
it.
fucking hell! Really?
So Jarvis, you get the
Remind me
HK
never to
droid
take
up
me to
there.
Vegas.
So Jarvis gets the HK droid up and into it, and as he is crawling up into it, crawling up into the vent, the door explodes violently off the hinge as Ryzen is standing at the bottom of this grapple hook, and at this point you have two mercenaries moving into the area as light begins coming out from a mounted light.
Fuck, I will I will spend a gambit not to push myself. I will use force crush and crush those sons of bitches.
Oh my god.
The people or the weapons?
The weapons.
Okay. All right, so you're using your gambit.
Yep.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. First off, Jarvis, you gain a before I forget, you gain a advance a XP because you rolled a desperate action. You also gain another gambit because you did not spend a gambit on that and you rolled a 6. So there is still one gambit available.
Awesome. So do I need to roll my my stuff?
Yes, go ahead and roll your attune roll. You do get a additional 1 because you are pushing yourself even though you're not paying for the pushing.
Awesome. My phone is being slow because everybody has internet going on around here. So I do apologize. Risky, desperate, or standard?
You are in a
Controlled or
desperate
desperate, I mean.
situation,
It's a desperate, yeah.
Desperate.
which I will go ahead and mark your XP for that one as well.
All right. Limited, great, or extreme, or standard?
Standard.
Okay.
All right.
Awesome.
So describe what
But
it's not 2 successes. It's a success with complication. So tell me what ends up happening here.
Okay. What ends up happening is as these two mercenaries come in, as I'm using the force to crush their weapons, instead of I crush their weapons and their hands on accident, they trip and they fall, and pretty much one of the blasters goes off prematurely, and if it hits me, it hits me. If not, then I'll roll a dodge if I have to.
Cool.
If that works for you.
That works. You are now grazed.
Awesome.
As you crush it, but the power pack does a sudden surge and it fires a round off at you, and and Jarvis, you feel that sense of force being used below you.
Ben sort of tries to like shrug that strange feeling off and keep it moving because right now he has a droid on him that's worth quite a pretty penny.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ryzen, you've crushed their hands and their weapons. You have been shot. Oh, I'm sorry. You can actually choose to have it hit your armor.
I'll have it hit my armor then. Awesome.
Okay, you don't take any damage.
Sweet. I'm climbing up this grappling hook, getting the hell out of Dodge.
All right. So you know, shimmy up the rope as fast as you can, detaching it so they can't follow you, and you guys begin moving. So let's finish this part up here. I am going to give give us. We'll take a tight 3 here real quick. I'm gonna run to the bathroom and we will finish this up and we will finalize the rest of this mission. All right.
All right. Need me help? Oh, boy.
Man, we are just great at this.
We did.
So good.
Oh man.
Well, considering everything that went down, it really could have gone a lot worse.
Took the
Yeah.
words right out of my mouth, man.
Plus, we'll still get a pretty good payday out of this.
Even if we don't get the bounty because the dude's an amnesiac, we still got a cage droid and information to sell.
Yeah. So we're gonna try and keep the HK or sell it.
Here's the thing. I think we can.
Trying to repair that thing is going to draw a lot of attention because it's going to require rare and expensive parts. That's going to be hard to
Also,
find.
well, there are really only 2 parts that we still need to get it functioning.
Which
but
is also a good point.
We would need Gindel Ohm to make it function.
Yeah.
And our plan is to get rid of him and make him useless. So that creates a significant complication.
All right. I'm
What?
back.
The HK droid need to be repaired as a complication?
Well, the fact that the only person that can repair it is the person that we're going to essentially make an imbecile.
Ah, gotcha.
I mean, if we were to break it apart and sell it for parts, we could probably get quite a bit out of it, but we'd have to make sure we're selling it to different people so that it all doesn't end up in the same hands again.
Yeah, exactly. Which is going to take time for us to sell.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
But it could be a good a good compensation for as an additional credit or 2 for every session.
So, we will start out with the fact that Deebo now hears sliding and scuffling coming from the ventilation shaft next to him.
I'll assume that's my teammate.
As a Rhodian falls out of the vent and lands at your feet, followed by
A little help
Veruca.
Wait, so the road he just gets spilled out on the ground.
Yes, he does not appear to
He's
be
stunned.
conscious currently.
Oh, okay. I was about like, do I need to punch him in the face?
No, I say that he's stunned.
Oh, okay. Like,
Followed
the
by
guards.
like a
That's
heavy
not the only
metallic
thing.
scraping,
What the fuck is? What do you fuck you got up there? You grabbed a reactor?
and there
Oh,
Out
something a lot
comes-
better.
out comes the HK droid, followed immediately by Jarvis.
Oh shit!
We're keeping this yet or not, but if not,
And shortly thereafter, here comes Ryzen, scuffling along with a huge like black mark on his armor, with a slight bit of smoke still kind of coming off of it.
What the fuck? What did you guys do in there?
We did the job.
Joys of the job.
Where are
Are
they?
they- Okay,
We
shit,
need to
fuck,
move.
Fucking run.
we need to move. We need to move.
Okay, so are you going
Uh,
to go back the way you guys came, or where are you going?
I'll attempt to help carry the HK unit.
Okay.
Like,
Because it's
There's only 2 guards back the way we came.
There were only
But-
2 guards.
There were. Who knows how many there are now?
Yeah, this.
It's really dark too, FYI. So
I
you
still
are
have my
underground and there are no lights.
I still
I'm
have
gonna-
my eyes on, right?
Yes.
Okay. So
I'm going to do a dumb.
I was gonna say I'll lead.
I'd like to enter into a devil's bargain.
Ooh.
I want to reach out with the Force and find a path out of here. And I am completely okay with my Force-sensitive nature becoming a bit more of a public bit of information.
Okay, so you're
Knowing
looking for
damn
an-
well that will put me on a radar.
is everyone
So-
a fucking Jedi? Vruka, just do it. Just do it. You get it out of the way. Are you fucking Jedi?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Am I cursed to be surrounded?
Okay. So you want to do an attune roll, but you want to use a devil's bargain instead of pushing yourself.
Yeah, I'm really
Just
high
use your
on
other
stress
gambit.
right now.
Just use that other gambit you got. That way you don't have to pay the stress.
Right, I will use that gambit instead.
Okay. This will be the last gambit.
The game's almost over, so it's all right.
Risky control. This is desperate.
This is desperate and it is standard.
Yeah. +1 bonus dice. 3 and a 1.
Cool. So I went ahead and marked your playbook, by the way, for your extra XP for rolling a desperate action. So as Vruka looks out and begins kind of leading, Jarvis goes, wait, no, this way. As he begins leading you further down a different hallway, and as you guys make turns left and right, you guys begin going deeper into this area, as he is fairly sure he knows the way out. Currently, you're avoiding guards, so that's good. And
But
as you guys get towards where he's saying the end should be, there are some guards, but they are not human guards.
oh god, what are they?
Surprisingly,
Study?
super battle droids that have been repurposed.
Oh
Shit.
There are 3 super battle droids, and as you come around this corner, one of them turns around and then sticks its arm out, ready to shoot you with a blaster.
Fuck.
Is it pointing it at me, or is it pointing it at Jarvis?
Well, you're the only one who can
me
see
because
it.
I'm leading.
You're the only one who can see them in their full capacity until it turns around, at which point you guys can see two circular red eyes and
Can
a
I'll
smaller.
produce.
Go ahead.
I'll produce a blaster pistol, and do I have like an ion blaster? Can I have that?
Okay.
And since I can see them, I'll start shooting the battle droids with this ion blaster in the hopes of disabling them.
I'll
Okay.
take a stress to assist.
I'll take
Okay.
a stress to assist too.
Only one can do the assist on that one.
Oh, okay.
So I'll just basically be laying down covering fire with my pistol.
Okay.
So that'll be a scrap, right?
It is a scrap. You get a +1 for that.
And risky or desperate?
It is risky because you can see them. He is shooting blind, so if he was shooting, he would be desperate.
All right, standard effect, right?
Mm-hmm.
And one bonus dice.
One bonus die.
Nice.
It's a success with complication, so
Mhm.
why
I'll
don't you
take it.
tell me? Why don't you tell me what happens?
Well, with the one that is pointing their gun or their arm to like shoot, I rush up and move it at the last second so that it shoots another battle droid, which will draw the attention from the guards that will hear the blaster fire. But it'll take that battle droid out, and I'll also take out the other two, or I'll shoot one of the battle droids with my ion pistol and disable it, whereas Jarvis will also shoot one, and with my assistance, like giving him pointers like to the right, to the left, and he'll eventually hit it.
Okay. So, Jarvis, why don't you roll me a fortune roll? Since you're assisting in
What?
this.
How many dice? One?
Just one for now, unless you want to do something else with it.
Nope.
Okay.
One.
Awesome. So, as you run up and you turn the battle droid's arm, it shoots the other, and it disables that one. You hit the other one with your with your blaster as it begins shorting out and shuts down. However, the one that you moved, it shirks back and fires into the group. While nobody takes damage, you hear the sound of sizzling meat.
Oh.
Okay, so there's still one battle droid.
Hey,
Oh wait, no, Jarvis took care of it, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jarvis
yeah,
took care of it.
If possible, I'd rather take that shot than our esteemed guest get hit.
Sure, you can resist that with some prowess.
I cannot afford to take stress right now.
I'll step in front of the shot.
Okay, you wanna stress? You wanna resist it with prowess?
Yes, I'll resist it. I'll use I use scrap or do
you
I just
use
click on
prowess.
prowess? Okay.
Um,
And how much stress is it? Just one?
it's based on what you roll.
Okay.
End up like me and end up not taking any, but you know.
It's just one.
You get
One
no
bonus
bonus
die.
dice. Currently,
Hey,
you have
close
no
the door,
bonus
baby.
dice.
No, I don't want
You
baby
would
cat
have
getting my
to.
bedroom. Come here. Take your stuff back in there. You don't want baby cat peeing all over
Right.
it.
I mean, technically, if Jarvis wants to assist you in this still, you can gain an additional bonus die as you guys are
Why not?
protecting
I'm
your load.
already at. Why not? This will bring me
I-
up to 7 stress.
I can assist. I can assist.
I can assist. I can take my saber and run it through.
No.
Oh,
It's
No, it doesn't work like that.
it's a resistance roll. It's not a attack roll.
Oh, can I have my armor take that blaster bolt then, if that's what you're talking about?
Well, I mean, you could step into it if that's what you want, but you've already expended your armor.
I thought I had one more hit left.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I can assist. I only got 1 stress.
Lucky bastard.
Are you going to take the stress to assist?
I will take the stress to assist.
Okay. Add 1 bonus die.
Okay, so that's just 1 total, right? Oh,
So you're
God.
taking 3 stress.
That puts me at 8.
All right. Now tell me what ends up happening.
Well, the battle droid shoots again, but seeing that he's gonna shoot again, I jump in front of the I jump in front of our proposed target here, so
Uh-huh.
to be a human shield for him.
Okay.
Hey, Mike, can I check before we go with the decision? Can I assist by
No.
pushing his arm away?
Nope, it's already been done.
Yeah, it's already happened.
Oh, okay. I was talking about with using the force, but okay.
So you step in front of the shot. It hits your arm and it blows clean through. You now take a level 3 harm of holy.
Ouch! Jesus Christ!
So at this point, you fall. You're still conscious, but your arm is in so much pain right now. You're just unable to continue to like fight this thing. As Jarvis, does a blind shot into what he can tell is the red eyes and blows out the back of the circuitry.
So
Yeah.
Jarvis hears the meat sizzle and clatter to the ground. He's going to go over to get them up.
Okay. So Veruca now has a nice big blaster bolt in her arm.
You okay?
Just get me to my ship.
I'm gonna.
Hey, Mike, for my other prepared thing for this trip, can I have a med kit? It takes 2 more of my slots with my last 2.
No, because you'd have to be on a ship to use it.
Oh, okay.
So I know roughly where the exit should be.
It's right behind these disabled droids now.
Okay, going to push forward.
Okay. I'm guessing you're helping Veruca.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll help her. I can assist any way I can.
Well, you either need to carry the Rodian or the HK droid.
I'm trying to carry the HK droid.
Okay. So
And
you
I'll
need
carry
to
the
carry
Rodian then.
Okay. So you get out, and surprisingly, you guys have gotten yourselves near enough to the landing areas that you managed to worm your way that way. Go ahead and give me a skulk, Jarvis, to not be noticed.
I'm gonna push myself.
Okay.
Risky.
Yes, it is risky.
All right, cool.
Leave him alone.
1 and a 4.
Okay. Well, your 4 is enough to succeed with complications. So tell me what the situation as you get there.
as they are getting away,
Mhm.
Jarvis in particular is spotted by some associates with whom he might owe some money to.
Ooh, okay.
And his goal is to get everyone onto the ship and safe. And if he has to deal with that problem later, it's a problem for later.
Oh, okay. Not a problem. Can do. All right. So yeah, you guys all get onto the ship.
Awesome.
Obviously you're wanting to take off quickly.
Yeah, I get it into the bridge and start prepping the ship.
Okay.
You may want to ring. Do we have anyone on the other ship that we can get in touch with to at least make it so we don't have to port back in Hutta? Because I am definitely burned for a hot minute.
What do you mean, like in the other, like the?
I am referring to
Recommendations?
Deebo and Ryzen ship.
Oh, I
You-
didn't know anyone on their ship.
How
I
far away?
assumed it was more than a crew of 2. Please
How
tell
far
me
away?
you've got a droid at least.
Yeah, we got an R3 unit, and Fog's on there, but
I don't know
how
who
much
those
Fog-
people are, but you've got a droid that can probably pilot it. Let's meet them out in space.
Sure. Hey R3 or Fog. Because we're on another. Are we? We're on the same planet still.
Yeah.
We're
you're
on the
still
same planet. We're on,
Yeah,
we're on my ship.
Yeah, I'm gonna send a communication to Fog.
Okay. You received no answer.
Yeah, I send communication to R3.
Okay. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! As it randomly like shrieks out in droid. Where are you?
What's going on? We're handling some business. What's going on?
There's these people in the white suits and the masks, and they came in and they took Fog and the ship, and now I have a bolt.
Back. Shit. Where are you?
Shit, indeed.
Did
Not
someone
yet,
say
but
something
yeah.
about a med kit earlier?
Yes.
I have med kit packed, so
Oh, start patching me up. I'm gonna have to do this
Alright.
on the.
someone roll a
Literally
doctor
on the
roll for
fly.
me, please.
I'll help him.
Okay. So, doctor roll plus an assist. All right. I will happily roll this, as this is something I don't do often. The rolling part, that is. You are still in a risky position. It will have a standard
I will
effect.
stress myself to give myself an extra bonus if I have to.
If-
Hold on. If he's gonna stress himself out, does that mean I have to take a stress?
If you're assisting, you take a stress. But if he pushes himself, he can get
Or
another
that
die.
puts you at 9.
Yeah, that would put me at 9.
Okay.
Okay, then I won't stress
wouldn't
it out, then
recommend.
I'll save you.
Okay, so you're gonna take the stress. All right, cool. And hey, all right. So you are temporarily able to fly your own ship without any additional assistance.
I'm guessing it's like an adrenaline shot and like a bandage, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, that works.
he packed your armholes full of gauze, gave you a stim shot, and right now you're just like, just get out of the system.
Okay,
just get out of the system. All right, so go ahead.
Yeah, no help's coming from our ship. Bad stuff.
R3 says that he is in a a relocation facility for droids as you hear somebody go, "Hey, what is that droid doing with a comm link?"
Send coordinates.
Line goes dead. So
I will get you back, R3. I'll get you back. Fog,
right.
Whatever.
Yeah, we're gonna put that R3 brain in our new HK droid. Let's go.
Let's do this.
Yes.
I am totally game
Yeah.
for that. R3
Yeah.
gets an upgrade.
It's gonna take some adjustments, R3, but you'll get used to it. Now this is
So-
called a gun. You shoot this.
as you begin pulling out off your landing pad, all the lights are still down for this entire planet.
I can still see though.
Yes, you could still see. You don't get any coordinates because you're assuming they just took the comm link from R3. As you guys book it out into orbit, what are your next steps?
Well, Jarvis needs to administer these drugs to our newly acquired Rodian.
Alrighty.
First, we need to check if he's still alive.
It's only stunned.
Yeah, but who knows? That blaster bolt might have gone through me. I mean, it went through my arm. Could have hit him.
Yeah, we'll look him over.
No, he
Handcuff
seems
him
to be fine.
like to a radiator pipe, you know.
Yeah, he seems to be fine. Other than being knocked
Awesome.
unconscious.
As Jarvis is preparing to administer the drugs, man, I can't help but think, what if the guard had actually wanted to take these?
That'd be a good question. Hold on, baby doll. I'm doing something real quick. All right.
So you administer the drugs, and let me ask this. You are just a basic human, correct?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
No familiarity with Rodian like physiology at all.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So yeah, you administer the drugs, and after about 2 minutes,
hold on.
he throws up, and he wakes up, but he seems very confused.
Alright, let's go through the list of interrogation questions, everyone. Do you know what your name is?
Yeah.
What is your name?
Starts with a G. Grebo?
Noted.
Got-
What do you do for a living?
I have a farm on Rhodia with my family.
That's right. He's going to show him the HK droid. What does that do?
Yo,
It
sorry,
looks
I'm
like
in the middle of something real quick. All right, go ahead.
it looks like it's a protocol droid of some kind. I haven't seen this model though. Is it new?
Actually, very, very old.
I mean,
That's all the information I need.
While they're doing
If-
this, I'm getting in touch with my contact.
If you
Oh,
would like
okay.
to, I'm really sorry we have to keep you in captivity like this. It's just a security measure. There was an attempt on your life.
Oh no, is my family okay?
Currently, to the best of our knowledge, they are completely safe with a separate transport.
Oh, good.
But
I'd
for the
really hate to
sake
lose my
of
mom.
understandable, but for
This
the sake of
Rhodian.
security, we have to keep radio silent. We have to
Eh,
keep comm silence with them for the time being.
Understandable. Just so just so you know, Jarvis knows, this Rhodian is relatively old. So the fact that his mother might still be alive is one of those things that could be real hit or miss.
Is you back here for Madeline?
There's a moment where like Jarvis like gets away from them, gets the HK droid locked away, and it's just like I don't know if I've done the right thing.
All right. So Veruca reaches out to their Black Sun contact. What are you trying to do?
All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'll see y'all later.
Just
All right.
letting them know that target's been acquired and waiting coordinates for the drop-off point.
Okay. They give you the world or the Loraz system, and you will get coordinates on that.
Understood. Over and out.
So, are you guys making any detours or anything like that?
You know, the sooner we get paid, and this isn't our problem anymore, the better.
I go over the comms. I'm like, I've got the coordinates for the drop-off point.
All right, let's do that, and then we'll help our friends here possibly with their issue. Also, I feel really bad about what we might have just done. But I think it's better than the alternative of them building assassin droids.
Yeah.
They're an old Rhodian, and they're asking me if their mother's still alive, and I don't think I can answer that in good faith.
All right, I put the coordinates into my into the helm.
Your
and,
Nava computer.
In my Nava computer. Yes, thank you. And start making my way towards what was the name of that system again?
Loraz.
Loraz system.
All right. Yeah, you enter hyperspace and begin making your way there. After about an hour, your body starts to shut down again, and you either need to doctor yourself back up with another med kit, or you're going to end up passing out before you end this jump.
I will doctor myself up then.
Okay.
Do it from a controlled position?
Yeah, because you're not... Well, I guess no, it'd be risky because you're working on yourself.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
I can throw some wires or something in there. I don't know if that helps.
Some wires into my hole.
I got some like sealant. I don't know.
Fuck.
Well, as you remove the packing, it accidentally pulls the clot out. At which point you pass out.
Okay.
We're gonna have to amputate. Cut it off.
You cut, I kill.
That's all I know how to do. I don't know.
Can you take the helm and make sure we get out of this this okay? I'm gonna tend to them.
I don't know how. But sure. I got this.
God, neither of us know how.
Yep.
Nope.
Ugh.
Apparently,
You
the
better
only
patch
person
me
who
up.
had
like I said, I'll tape like a piston on there or something. Just let me cut that arm off.
So I don't have any applicable skill in regards to doctoring this person.
Same. I got rigged and hacked. I
But
can hack
apparently
everybody.
they've got a med kit that they didn't really get a chance to use.
so. It's not hard to pull yourself back out of hyperspace. The navigating down to the system is going to be the more difficult part. You know, driving on the highway is easy. It's that parallel parking thing that's a bitch.
Yeah.
So, what we can do is we can wrap this up here as you pull into the Laraz system. And we can finish up the job on the not this upcoming week, but the following week. Oh, actually, no, we could. I don't know what time the stuff is going on next week, but I think we should have time. Next Saturday, the 30th.
Oh, I think it's at night later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we can just finish this up next week then, if everyone's
Alright.
up for that.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Okay. I have been noting down your experience as we go. I will do this. I will do one more for him. All right. Let's see. I'm trying to go through all the placements here. Because you did resolve, you get an XP in that. Because you stepped in front of the bullet, you get an XP in that. All right. You did fix a challenge with technical skill and ingenuity. So, Rick, you get another XP. You've already gotten your XP for your flare. And we do have one more for Soren here. So, all of your XP has been done. We will do the final up and the upkeep on the next session. So the next thing I'm going to ask is the same thing I ask every time. Primarily right now to Soren and Caleb. What do you think of the system so far?
I love it.
I've enjoyed it quite a bit so far.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Yeah, it is. It, for lack of a better term, has bit me, and I'm very curious to see where things go from here.
Well, the fun
Yeah,
part
as am
is
I.
when you guys de-stress.
Yeah. Lots of chances to fuck up.
Which, when I come to, I'm definitely going to de-stress.
Oh yeah, I do need to mark specifically for Deebo. He now has a -1 to Huts because I'm doubting you're going back anytime soon to go pay your debt.
I'll make my way back there at some point.
All right. All right. So what are the things that you like about the system? What do you dislike about the system? You know, what were any parts of the game that you are like looking forward to versus, you would like to see less of? That way, as we continue on, the game progresses more. And this is for everyone.
I can't really think of anything off the top of my head because it's more I just need to like see how it plays for a second time to really get the.
Yeah, it's tough to give it a real good opinion just off of one session. But
Okay.
I can't really think of anything right now.
Like I genuinely enjoy the you encounter problem. Ah, yes, here's what I brought for this problem.
Right. It's very open ended and it helps you build a better story.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like I got to use the illicit drugs in 2 separate circumstances.
And I got to use the grappling hook for a rather unconventional escape means.
Yes, you did. But yeah, I mean, I kind of like that this is the first time we've actually done a loadout and a proper plan for a job. Of course, you know, we aren't using a whole lot on our friends list so far. Jarvis got to actually use Aura quite a bit though, so that's kind of nice to see. I know that Nate had to leave a little bit before we finished up here, but because he is kind of an integral part because he has Helm and Doctor.
I'm gonna end up taking one out of Doctor because everybody getting hurt.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, my bullshit is all spread around between prowess and resolve.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of spread around between insight, prowess, and one in resolve. That's just sway, but
Yeah, I've got the same thing.
because I mean, yeah, it was just me and Nathan at first, so I kind of spread out to try and cover more things.
And I'm currently sitting at 1 in scramble, scrap, and skulk, and then 1 in attune, 1 in consort, 2 in sway.
Which I mean,
So
has been that's the thing is that even if you have one die in something, that gives you significantly more wiggle room than having no dots in it.
Yeah, you're not at disadvantage.
Yeah. Out of curiosity, when it comes to the advancement mark XP, when you fill it out, I'm guessing you get the ability to select a thing to increase.
Yes. Now I've just been putting XP down under the player advancement because technically you can take those and put them into your insight, prowess, and resolve, and once you fill those boxes up, you can gain an additional action, or you can fill all of those up in those specific things, and from that you will end up being able to either buy a new attribute or I'm sorry, attribute action die or a special ability.
Okay.
Oh, so we can
And
actually
when playbook advancement is full, you get to buy a special ability.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yep.
So you can distribute them however you want, but with that you have to decide which is more important, whether you want another action die or if you want another special ability, which as I mentioned before, you're not limited to your playbook with special abilities. You can choose other playbook special abilities. The playbook that you have though is just what you started out with. So, other than that, everybody have fun?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun.
All right. Well, I'm glad everybody enjoyed this. And the plan is for next week around the same time. That work for everybody?
Sounds good.
Works for me.
Yep.
All right. Well, then I will see you all next week. Thanks for stopping by.